Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Chance to start the stream up.
JB's gone. Okay. Popper. Here we come.
Sorry about that. Did I screw it all up?
I think the best thing that happens tonight, if it's a complete mess, it's just going to be cool, chill, we're going to laugh about it, and we go from there. So we are live. So the audio that happens now is going out, but just enjoy it, gentlemen. And don't be afraid to talk at any time.
Start telling jokes, JB. You're the reason I showed up.
Let's start strong, JB.
I'm just hoping the audio is loud enough to kill you out. For now.
You like my hat, JB?
A little bit, mate.
Those look familiar?
Definitely.
Lee's starting on the jokes.
Silence on the grid as the tension starts to grow. Engines hold their breath, waiting for the say. Then the world ignites on the Widdowmaker way.
Why do chicken coops have 2 doors?
Don't know.
Because if they had 4 doors, they'd be chicken sedans.
That's terrible.
But it's clean.
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, Big Popper, but at the bottom you've got some little buttons that you should be able to use to do some applause, etc.
Oh, you haven't had enough of that?
No, not really. Right, let's go live. Let's go to it. Let's start this thing off. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the channel. This is the Widdowmaker Way. This is the first in a series of podcasts. This is probably the one and only one there will ever be, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to try something. The big event that's coming up is the release of Spec 3 and the free DLC that's not free. It's 50 quid, but we don't actually know it's 50 quid, and we don't actually know what it's going to cost. So with that being the case, can I just introduce you to my panel? There are 5 of us tonight, and some of us are live. Big Popper, give us a wave, so you're not stationary. There you go. Big Popper is the only one on the camera. JB is up there, top right-hand corner. And I don't know what he's going to do to announce his position. Maybe just say hello. And we've got Damien and we've got Mikey with us. I'm just going to go round and let these guys talk for the first time and introduce themselves.
Yo, I'll actually say hello now without the mic muted.
It's me that does that.
Obviously, it's JB as well.
Yeah.
Just JB for a comical start.
Just going to restart the lobby first.
Yeah, that's usually the mess up for me, isn't it? So, if you don't mind, just introduce yourselves, go round the round, just say what you do, say what you are, say who you are, and we'll go from there. Say as much as you like. Big Papa, you first, because you're on screen.
All right. Well, I'm, Big Papa / Steve. I follow the fast guys around, try and stay out of trouble, and enjoy all the camaraderie of the lobbies and the chat. Appreciate everybody that's out there encouraging us and making us all laugh.
JB?
Oh, hi, I'm JB. I'm an alcoholic. Every village has that idiot, and I'm that guy.
Damo?
Good evening, all. I'm Damien. I like long walks on the beach, and I also like a bit of online racing with the boys. I've been doing that for about a year, really enjoying it, and the community as well. So, yeah, everything's cool.
And finally, Mikey, but not last.
So yeah, I'm Mike. Probably been racing with the guys for 2 years now. Can't even remember how long it is. But yeah, that's me.
Thank you, guys, and welcome to everybody in the chat. We'll just run through who's arrived as we do normally. Let's say who's here. Damo was first in there, of course, but there's Lee, there's Tia, there's Silver Surfer. Good evening, all. Well, Mikey said hello as well there. Who else is in? There's Wilkie. Good evening, Wilkie. Who else? I'm sure I've seen some other name. There's Azza. Good evening, Azza. There we go.
Yo, Azza.
Is Keely there as well? Have I seen Keely?
I think I've just seen Tia.
I've just definitely seen Tia. Good evening, Tia. But I haven't seen Keely, but Azza has, so she might be there. So, tonight's agenda, let me just roll over to another screen and let's see if we can give you...
Even Streamlabs.
Streamlabs is always there. Yeah, there's 12 out there now, which isn't bad. We're going to move over to a different screen. On that screen is the chat screen, so Big Papa slugs away on his Pepsi. We're going to have on this screen, if I can just bring it back up on my left-hand screen, we are going to have on here everything that happens. So we're going to start, of course, with a GT Amiga advert, as we always do. Before we go to the show, a quick shout out to GT Amiga. It's their Black Friday sale has just landed, and honestly, if it's one of their best yet, I reckon you can get great big savings on race rigs, office chairs, wheel stands, and all the accessories that you need to set up and get that next level feel. They always look after the Widdowmaker community. You guys have the opportunity to use my code, which is Widow, WIDDOW. And if you're in the market for an upgrade, it's the perfect chance to jump in and buy something. As you can see, they're up to 56% off on selected lines. If you follow the link up there, www.gtamiga.co.uk, you can get their full Black Friday range. Tonight's agenda. I didn't put that to the screen, did I? I'm an absolute... There we go. There's the first mistake of the night. GT Amiga did not get pushed over, and it should have done. Go on. There's the GT Amiga Black Friday sale. There it is, and I cocked up. However, it is where it'll be. So tonight's agenda, I'll push that across over tonight. We are going to be discussing, to start with, the Spec 3 update. Then we're going to move over to the Power Pack DLC. We're going to talk about Make-A-Wish and the Daytona 24 Hours, which is the big event coming up just after Christmas. Straight after Christmas, we've got the Triple Crown. We're going to discuss the format and the car debate. That's going to be with Damo, who's going to talk a little bit about that. We've got a weekly recap. We're just going to discuss the position of the leagues where they are today. And we've got a clip to look at, one from Mikey. Mikey's going to introduce that one for us. And then we're going to discuss, to finish off, the penalty system and the culture reset. Now, whilst it's a bit of an agenda that looks a bit strict, we could actually just float off that and discuss all sorts of things as the things grow up, so as they crop up. So don't feel we're tied to that at all, and we can discuss around sort of all sorts of stuff. So we've done the GT Amiga thing, and I'm just going to scroll my script up and make sure I'm in the right place. Yeah, thank you very much for the fill. There's the GT Amiga bit. Spec 3. So if I click on the Spec 3 image, take away the agenda, and there's the transition over to that. Is the music level all right in the background? Is that not overpowering and blanking out what everybody's seeing or hearing?
Can I press my button?
You can press your button. What button are you going to press?
Hello everyone, So today we are
No,
going to
no. So just so the audience knows, we've all got a selection of little buttons at the bottom of the screen, and if I was to press this one, we can have little audio clips, etc. And you can see it's just messed up Mikey's screen down there. And the guys have got these all available. They can use them as they wish and they see fit. And if they want to and don't want to, I don't mind. But yeah, okay. It is what it is. Right, Spec 3. Round the houses then. What are we expecting from Spec 3? What is it going to bring to GT7? And guys, do you want to talk us through it? I mean, you're the guys that know. You've been looking at it. You've been seeing what's there. I'm going to put on the screen a list of what's coming. Does somebody want to run through it?
Yep. Although I can't see it yet.
It should come up any second. You're probably about 18 seconds behind, but maybe I could start talking about it. There's going to be 2 new tracks, Yas Marina and the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. There's going to be 8 new cars, of which we know, I believe, 6. Can you see it yet, Mikey?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Excellent. You carry on.
See it. You've got the 8 new cars, which we know 6 of. Then you've got the Dunlop tyres, the increase in the collector level as well. You've got the invitation systems being changed as well, so you get unlimited invites now. The weekly challenges are being enhanced. You've got the new opening movie. There'll be a seasonal menu book, which we don't know what is yet, and then also new circuit experience events, which will probably be around new tracks.
Damo, standout things for you there? Is there something in that you think is going to excite you the most?
Yes, the physics change with the new Dunlop tyres, which is probably going to happen.
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's it's going to reset everything. It's going to give everybody a clean slate once again. But I look forward to that, actually. I look forward to some new stuff.
I think you've mentioned the biggest thing that's going to be coming with that, and that's a full reset again. Everything's going to get wiped. Everything's going to be different. Everybody gets to reset the times again.
Yeah, 100%. That's yeah. The data logger is another big thing that's coming. So it's going to be a big change for Gran Turismo.
Yeah. JB, is there anything on there that stands out that excites you?
I think the key things, which have already been covered, data logger. That's going to be really interesting. You can't beat a bit of data.
I'm just going to flick that up onto the screen so people can see an image of the data logger.
Yeah, two new tracks is always good. Physics change. Looking forward to that one. Who knows what it's going to bring, but it's got to be an improvement. And I really, really hope they don't make the curbs aggressive as they are, because they're so exaggerated. It's unbelievable. Yeah, we've got 8 new cars. We know 6 of them. Quite looking forward to the concept Lexus.
Ooh.
That's got the V10 soundtrack of the LFA on it.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
V10, yeah.
They haven't announced when that's coming in an update yet. So that could be next year sometime yet.
It could be, yeah, but at the end of the day, we don't really know what we're getting with Spec 3, do we?
I think it's been a little bit vague, hasn't it, in general?
Everything's speculation at the minute.
Well, I think the biggest thing that jumped out. I think the biggest thing that jumped out from that last week was that we haven't actually seen any physical evidence yet of the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. I've only seen one screenshot, and I've got that there. I've not seen anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a case that there's so many variations they just don't have it ready yet.
Get some good things. There might be some things that come out that nobody's even got wind of.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going to start paying for things. start that debate early.
Save that one for a minute, because we're going to come to the DLC. Big Popper, to bring you into the chat. Is there anything that you're looking forward to in the new Spec 3 update?
Well, we've got 8 new cars, 6 of them everyone but me knows.
Do we want to go through what those 6 cars are? Let's see if I've actually bothered to present a set of pictures, maybe that we could actually talk about those 6 cars while we've got a moment. Let me just see if I can just take out what we've got there. and take out the data logger, and I will now take out. This is what takes a little bit of time because I'm getting used to it. Normally there's a group of guys in the background that are doing this, and it's not just one dude. So as I bring them up on the screen, you might be able to talk about them and see them. They are coming up very shortly. I know they are. I can see them now, but you'll see them in a couple of seconds. And as they come
do
up,
it all on his own.
I am. So
Well, while I'm waiting,
Dodo's done his
I'm waiting
customary
for
free
those
life.
to show up.
Dodo's done the 3 likes, hasn't he? Tremendous. Well done. So they'll start to appear on the screen any minute, and you'll be able to see them as they come up. So guessing game for who they are. I've not put names on. God.
Yeah. It's a 296.
So that's the Ferrari GT3 top left-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner next.
The Espas F1. Legendary
Last seen
VP car.
Last
Very,
seen in Gran Turismo 3.
very, very popular
2.
with people. Very,
Turismo 2.
very
That was
popular.
the last time it was in.
Yeah. Me,
What's
it's
the last
just
time was that?
me. It's just another van that JB can get banned for using.
Fake taxi part 2.
Yeah,
Will he get banned from using it? Will he get banned from using it in the
one's
game too?
Polestar 5.
yeah. Polestar 5, absolutely.
Yeah, because we're really looking forward to another play.
Another electric car in it. You know.
It's meant to be a bit of an animal, though. This Polestar.
Dodo wants to know who has the bigger beard than him. Dodo, that is Big Papa. And
I
we-
don't know what Dodo's beard looks like.
It's not like
No.
yours, obviously.
You got the Mines R34. I forget what coding it is at the end. But
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's the Skyline R34 GTR V-Spec N1.
It's actually
no, it's the
Yeah.
Mines Skyline.
Is
Yeah.
it the last of the 34s? Was it
It's
the
like it's got some code after it, like BL something or
It's
other.
it's the
Oh.
GTR V-Spec N1.
okay
Don't forget the first bit though. It's actually BNR34.
BNR? That's the bit.
That's the one.
Yes, that's the
Ah.
bit. Okay, and there's another one popping up very shortly.
That's the
the
Gran
FTLs.
Turismo F3500B.
So what's the difference? And here's a technical question between that and the 3500 we've already got.
They're different eras. So one's a V12, and then
The
this
others
will be a different era of F1. So I
V10.
think there's rumours of it being a V10.
That's what I've heard. Yes, and that's correct answer. And the
Is
final
there not
car.
an interchangeable nose cone on that as well?
Yeah, you've got all
Oh,
the wings and everything that you can change.
and the last one's just about to appear. Yes, and when it does.
Which
Now-
will be the FPO.
Yes. Now here's the thing: as all 6 pictures come up on the track on the screen, each one seems to be at a different track, and they're looking for hidden details within the game or within the update, things they haven't told us. What can you tell and what can you see from each of the pictures? As a question to you guys, because I've got my own ideas.
Is it me, or does it look like the Ferrari's either at the Canadian GP track or Monza?
I was thinking Monza.
Hmm.
So the Mines is at
That's got to be Suzuka.
or the other one. Entry.
No, that's
It's the turn
Valley,
one.
Grand Valley, is it?
No, it's the other Japanese circuit. It's the one with the
Oh,
short track, long
really?
track. It's Kyoto turn 1. That's the hairpin.
Oh.
So the Espas, Yas Marina,
Yeah. Because
The
that's out of the trailer.
yeah, the FTO,
Grand Valley.
Deep
Nope.
Forest.
Deep Forest.
That's the one that's.
Oh yeah. well,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
entrance to the tunnel.
It's
So
Yeah.
the other two then you've got there. You've got the F3500B. Where do you think that is?
Laguna.
It's either got to be Fuji or what's the other one? The one with the rubbish pit entry.
That's a
you
few
really
of
like.
them. There's a
Well,
few
that
of
narrows
them.
it. Look,
That
you've just
narrows it
narrowed
down.
to 18, Mickey.
Monstg, isn't it? No, it's not Monstg. It's
We don't have Montegi.
Autopolis. That's
Autopolis.
the one.
It could be. Now, I hadn't thought of Autopolis because I was looking at the scenery in the background and I thought that was Lego Majore.
Well, I've seen them 2 sheds in the background, and I thought it was just outside Vibor.
The wrong game, JP. Wrong game. So, the only other one we haven't discussed is the bottom left-hand corner.
It looks like it's on the Nürburgring ring, doesn't it? The Nordschleife.
That's actually a good shout. Yeah. Yeah. Quite potential.
I'm just thinking that because of all the trees in the background.
Yep. So as you're discussing that, or finished on discussing that, I probably should have done this much earlier. We can move over now. What have we got?
But one more thing, Jim, before you go. One thing that hasn't been mentioned that's very unpopular, especially in the community we're in, is the online race improvements that are being bandied about.
Talk to us. Talk to us.
Well,
What are they? What are they?
Well, network and race lobby improvements have been promised. I don't know what they entail.
They haven't announced anything on that, have they yet?
I mean, if they're going to improve on it, they need to do something serious.
So
It's in a bad way at the moment.
I think it's probably a good thing we could talk about wishes and wants here. I know we started with what things you're looking forward to, but what do you think it might bring? What do you think might be the things that might happen? So I'm just looking down the list there. Collector level cap increase. Mikey, you had a theory that could be a particular level, didn't you?
Yeah, so level 70. So obviously when we do the DLC power pack, there'll be a screenshot which shows level 70 on it, and it says points to next collector level 0.
So if I was to bring up, I know it's going to take a little bit of time. I'm not quick enough with this, but let me just see if... I don't know if you can see it. It's probably too small.
The collector level is kind of interesting to me. I haven't been grinding for credits in 2 years, and I've been on whatever level 50, forever. But I looked yesterday, and I've earned over 1 billion credits.
So let's just translate that, because Big Papa's full American and million and billion are different between the US and the UK. So whilst Big Papa's saying 1 billion, we talk about 1,000 millions. So
holy shit.
Yeah, it's different. Your billions out.
Not complicated.
Aluminium, my friend. Aluminium.
Yeah, right on.
So yeah, billion credits.
And when talking about that, if you go to the PlayStation Store and buy 2 million credit, it costs, I'm going to say $20, and then you guys can translate that into British.
Well, it's about €20. Yeah, that's correct.
If the game sells for 50, we'll talk about that in a minute with the DLC, and I appreciate why you're talking about that. Let's just focus on Spec 3 for the minute. Spec 3 is free; it's a free level. But the question I wanted to ask is, Big Papa, you are potentially level 100. I'm at I've spent 800 whatever it is credits. I've got 800 in front of mine, so I believe I'm something in a region of level 80. Can anybody else recall off the top of their head what they are, where they are, whether they think they're level 70?
Yeah, I think I'm around level 70.
I
think I've got close to 700,000 points.
I think everyone's been on level 50 for about 2 years, haven't they?
Yeah.
Let's face it.
I mean, I've got about 450,000 points, but we don't know how many points it is for each level.
No, we don't. Well, we do actually. We do actually know how much there is points for each level, because it's logarithmic. When to go up a scale, you have to get to, it's double what it was the first one. So if the first level was 500, the second level was 1,000, the third level was 2,000, etc.
So
that's how it's gone. So it's exponential or logarithmic, depending on which school of maths you go to. But somebody's just mentioned something. Actually, Silver Surfer's just said, you forgot the fans car, the Honda Accord. So 7 cars unknown. But what I do believe about that is that's not been announced as a car to be released within Spec 3, has it?
No. So
it is to come.
with that, someone has simply announced that Gran Turismo has scanned their car, and that's it. They haven't said when it's going into the game or nothing.
Okay.
And
Okay.
have they gathered us what we really want? Have they?
In a sense of,
Come on. Have we been longing for another like human comedy series and this? That, and the other?
yeah, we have. But again, that's going to be within the power pack, isn't it? So maybe,
Who
yeah, we don't, do we really? But collector level, yeah, going to be 70. I think with most of us, if we've been at the game long enough, are going to easily be 70. I appreciate some people don't play the game in the same way and they might not be level 70 yet, but I wouldn't be disappointed. Now is the time to really get on and start playing. And I know there's also new people playing the game out there who are still struggling through. I've had people talking to me today in the chat about, have you actually got platinum yet? And I'm pushing for platinum. Somebody said platinum is harder to get now than it was in the past. And it will get harder to get when Spec 3 comes. Now, I don't know if they're going to add trophies. There's an interesting thought.
Yeah, there might be when we get to the DLC. I think that might introduce a few more.
Yeah.
But the trophy system don't change on updates or anything, does it?
We don't know. I don't know.
No, it's the trophies that come out with the game.
Okay.
You get platinum for completing them trophies.
So, do you think it's harder to get platinum now with the updates we've had in terms of if you were just starting with the game, the physics, etc.? Do you think it's harder or easier?
Well, you got platinum.
Oh, that makes it well easier, doesn't it?
If I may, I know the circuit experience times have come down for a lot of tracks.
Yeah.
After each update, so that immediately makes it more difficult.
They're true. That's a very good point. Yeah, I've been meaning to do the Nürburgring again, and just seeing if it would take me less than 17 hours stream time than it did last time. 17 hours. I don't think I want to do that again. Maybe I do. Lee's just said he's on 657,000k collector points. So would that make you level 65? I don't know.
I think I'm around that number as well. So yeah, it's probably close to 7.
Dodo's on 753. No reason to be sorry, Jack. It's been announced as a car coming to the game. So, and some Silver Surfer's also said the first players that got platinum all had glitches to help them. What glitches did I have? I think. Oh no! I actually think you're right, Silver Surfer. There was 2 or 3 glitches, wasn't there? There was the suspension glitch, where you could drop the rear of the car and would not affect the PP. So it did affect the PP. It reduced the PP because your suspension was out askew. If you recall, do you remember back then when you used to be able to adjust the washing machine for the second race in the human comedy, and the washing machine?
Thanks for subscribing, Mitch.
Have we? Mitch Sprague, thank you for the subscription. Yeah, very good. I didn't see that. I've not heard the buzzer go. However, yes, glitches. Right. It's 20:55, and we're bang on target to move on. So, anything else to say on Spec 3? What else do you think? Anything there that we haven't covered? I think the biggest thing for me is going to be getting rid of the invites. For you guys who haven't got all your invites, it's going to change everything. Invites are finished. They're not being. It's going to be a different system. I don't know what the system is, but you will be able to go in and buy those invite cars almost straight away.
Are they going to take them out the roulette tickets then?
I believe so. The invites are gone.
Good, I'm getting sick of Porsche and Bugatti invites.
There's people out there that haven't had a Bugatti one.
Jesus. Yeah.
It's also typical that they announce that they're getting rid of the invites, and then I get the last invite that I need.
Yeah. Good evening, Shane.
That happened with me practically the day after I got the Bugatti invite. It was like, yep, that's me.
I think the weekly challenges have got a bit stale over the last couple of months. I'd be good to see them changed, enhanced, stepped up. The opening
Oh
move,
yeah, that's the other one, the weekly races, wasn't it?
yeah, the weekly challenges, the weekly races, they're going to get an overhaul and a refresh, which I think is going to be quite cool because that'll give us some reason to play. Can I join on Discord, says Khalil, as in Nando. I don't know what happened if you would join a Discord. This is a private lobby on Discord. It's a private call, so I don't think you can see it. So I don't think so. Lee says he got all invites within the first 2 months of playing the game.
Good for him.
Yeah, if you had a full-time job and you'd have go out the house, everybody can get it.
Yeah,
Lee,
that's just another
I'm sure there's a
another
sell
glitch
for that.
another glitch that we got to take advantage
yeah,
of.
another glitch we got advantage of. Yeah, well said. But Lee actually works in the evening. Lee plays during the day when his kids are at school and he doesn't get disturbed, so he gets undisturbed gaming time, which is fine. New opening movie. I think most of us skip that, don't we? Circle button, just...
No.
Oh, JB watches it. While gently caressing his dog.
If that's what you want to call it, then that's fine.
And a new seasonal menu. As Mikey said at the start, I don't think we know what that means, do we? Unless that just means the first menu book's going to be in Canada and we get to do snow races because it's winter. I don't know. We'll leave that there. Right, that's the end of Spec 3. I think we've covered that. I need to find the next screen, which is going to be... What's next? Power Pack. Power Pack! Yeah, somewhere.
Or
Somewhere.
not so power pack.
Yeah, or not so Power Pack. Yeah, it depends how much you want to pay for it, I guess. I think I wanted to talk a little bit more about Gilles Villeneuve, but there isn't much to say.
Let's go.
Nice one, JB. Nice one. Nice timing on the musical interlude. Very nice. So, Power Pack then. Little bit of controversy to discuss maybe to start with. Who wants to take this one on? Who wants to start us off? First paid DLC ever for GT3. Is the price fair? What do you think's the best thing about it? Should the DLC cars be in our first league events? Maybe. But let's discuss the Power Pack first. Let's talk about what's there.
We don't know about the price yet. So
The elephant in the room, as Mikey said, the price.
The price,
yeah.
I think.
We don't. Thing is, we don't know the price, but I think Nando wants to join Jim.
Nando wants to join where?
The call with us.
I don't know how he can because he'll screw the cameras up, and I'm not spending the next 40 minutes fixing them.
Sorry, mate. You just have to sit and listen.
What we'll do, I'll invite you to the next one, Nando. You can join the next one. Honestly. Now there's an interesting shot. Jack Silver Surfer's come out with Power Pack price guess $37.50. Should we have a sweepstake? Because I reckon it's going to be $49.99. I reckon they're going to skin the hell out of us.
How much is 5 million credits on PlayStation Store?
Well, Steve has already said that, hasn't he? Steve says 1 million credits is $10. So
500 million.
What's that in English money?
50 quid, mate. If it's 5 million credits, it'll be 50 quid, won't it? I think I'd like it to be 25 quid. 25 quid, 25 euro, 25 bucks.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to moan about it. But people have never moaned about the 3 cars we get regular and the new tracks we've had since the launch of Gran Turismo. Everything they've put in the game's been free.
Yeah.
And they've not been shy with putting cars in, even though a lot of them are dog shit and we don't want them, but...
I'm probably close to 8,000 hours. 8,000 hours I've done in this game. And if I say I've bought 2 games and I've paid the 10 quid to convert one to PlayStation 5, I've paid 130 quid. Knock the pennies out of 8,000 hours. I think I'm a penny an hour. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
That was kind of what I was getting to with the amount of credits that that I've earned, and obviously that everybody's earned, you know, multi-100,000 credits. And if you look at, you know, it costs, you know, $20 for 2 million credits. I've earned more than $10,000 worth of credits in the game.
Yep. Yep.
So if I had to spend $50, $60, $70, you know, whatever for this new content, it just seems like, you know, it's worth it for the new content.
Yeah. We're getting 2 for the price of 1 in respect, aren't we, to some degree? We're going to get the power pack, we're going to get a physics update and a wipe, we're going to get 8 new cards, we're going to get everything else we've talked about. So maybe we just cover off right now what we're actually going to get with the power pack and what it's going to actually mean. Initially, the thing that people don't know about is you're going to lose the historic car shop. That's going to disappear. And there's stunned silence from the group.
The legendary cars.
Legend cars disappears.
There's rumours about they've lost the partnership with Haggerty or something.
Oh, that's strange.
So you have to. The way to get it back is you have to reactivate it. There's an achievement or a task to do to get it back. It's part of the game, part of the power pack.
I mean, it makes so much anyway, doesn't it? Because most of us, when there's a £20 million car that goes in there, you ain't got the money for it anyway.
No. Big Papa?
I thought the invites were going to be in the Legendary store.
The Legend store disappears to start with. It's no longer in the game when you update.
Yeah, that's something that I haven't heard yet. But, you know, 20 minutes ago, I thought somebody said that that's where the invites were going to be.
No, the invites are done, finished, gone. They're not a thing.
So you just go to the manufacturer's, you know, store supply.
I don't know how it works, but what I've seen is 3 screenshots, which I can't find again. One is of the game that opens. One is of this one here. Let me just make this one bigger. Bring it to the top if I can. If I hit these arrows, there we go. I'll click update. You'll see it in a moment, but I haven't got the right-hand side of the screen. The Power Pack DLC is actually going to be a boat just offshore. And quite why that's a Power Pack, I don't know. But within that, there's going to be 50 race levels, or 50 races, or 50 types of races. I don't really know. But in terms of
50 new races.
50 new races, so they could be any sorts of events. But to the right-hand side, what you'll notice on when you see the first screen is there's no Legend store. And then there's achievements within the Power Pack DLC that you open up the Legend cars again. According to what I've read and seen. So...
Oh my god!
Exactly. So...
When's the DLC supposed to be available?
On the same day as the update, the 4th of December.
Yes, of course.
Nice.
But, Mikey, you discovered this last night. It's not even in the PlayStation Store yet.
Oh, what, DLC? No.
Yeah, there's no announcement. There's nothing in the PlayStation Store. It's not there.
I think somebody mentioned last week on one of your streams that it could have been a rush job considering all the new sims that are coming out and all the kind of counter people leaving GT7 for a week or two to try these new sims out. So
yeah,
it's a rushed effort, and they just haven't got around to doing the whole media end of things.
I actually, whilst doing this bit of research for this segment, I actually looked at some YouTube videos, and I saw another one from PD saying, watching what Big Papa's doing.
I'm just watching Papa doing this foreplay with his beard.
Tia said she wanted to plait my beard. I don't know what plait means, but
plaid, as in to make it into 3 bits and make a
ponytail.
A ponytail out your goatee.
Right,
yeah.
Well, I'll just sit here and play with it then.
Yeah.
Tia's checking everything out tonight. She's got Damo's accent and Big Papa's beard. She's well away.
I did actually.
Perfect man. Then what can I say?
I did actually see Tia earlier say, "I'm so disappointed that Gandhi shaved his beard off."
Come up in the chat now.
Yeah.
He's teasing me with his beard.
He's teasing me with it. It's terrible. However, Power Pack. Power pack.
I'll move my mouth and play with my beard, and Damo, you talk.
Good evening to you.
With
You're
the-
welcome, Gandhi.
So, power pack. Focus.
Power pack.
Mikey, I think you've got some things to say about car customization.
Well, if you look on the power pack image, there's clearly new customization options on the two cars on there.
They're not new
So-
cars, are they?
No, the Beetle's already in game and that Porsche is already in game. So it's two cars that are already in game, which have clearly got new customization options.
Those ones seem to be a Baja bug and potentially a rally Porsche by the looks of it. Which track are they on?
That's a good question.
I think that is turn 1, turn 2 into turn 3 of Catalonia. I think that's the long sweeping right-hander, turn 3, waiting for the orange, second orange thing to come round.
Well, we're not.
Maybe. Don't know. Guessing. So, 4th of December that comes, and it says there 5,000 credits. There was some confusion. People thought it was 500.
Don't you mean
Sorry,
5 million?
No. Some people, I do mean 5 million, but some people thought it was 500 million credits because they were watching a Japanese advert. For those people that don't know, Japanese credits are in the same sort of denomination as yen, which is like 1,000 to the pound kind of thing. So it is what it is.
There's like 150,000 then.
For one credit. Yeah. Lots. Many. They have 00. Now, here's the thing that I don't get, right? We're only allowed 100 million credits. They're allowed 1,000 million credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
have
that's a billion.
they have the 2 extra zeros.
Yeah, and
Well, why can't we have that many credits?
they've got a country full of
Little people.
Careful now.
Yes, careful.
Careful.
Serial
Yeah.
killers, I think you were going to say.
No, it won't. No.
No, okay. So the only other well, there's 2 more screens to discuss on here. We've got, I'm clicking on the wrong screen. That one. I'm going to make that one bigger. And then I'm going to bring it to the top. That one, I'm going to hit transition.
So, do we get any cars in the power pack?
That was another question I was lining up. I don't know where those are going to come. It doesn't say that we are. But what you're going to see on the screen now is a new race format. The weekend race format.
Yeah.
So instead
Practice
of...
is a bit of a waste of
I
time.
think one of the big frustrations for people when they were playing Gran Turismo is you're playing your way through the cafe and every race is start at the back, start at the back, start at the back, start at the back, get to first, start at the back, get to first. Now this completely changes with the power pack. We're going to have 50 races with a practice session, a qualifier, and then a race. In a race for sort of weekend format, which is going to be interesting.
I don't see the point in the practice.
No?
No.
Well, not everybody can just go out to the track and be blazing fast, Damo.
Except Damo.
Practice.
Lee can.
Practice.
Lee can do that.
I just think people will skip over that and go straight to qualifying.
Now, other games that have practice in, like Evo or PMR, which you're going to get in how many days, Wilkie? How many days to PMR? There aren't many.
Week.
You're going to have a practice session in that, and I do skip most of them. I must admit, when I'm playing. Lee's mentioned the next thing. But yeah, there's your race weekends coming up. 20 cars in a race, somebody I think said. 24-hour races, potentially. Not potentially. There are going to be 23.
They said including, didn't they?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Is Spec B part of this update? Because we've never been expected to race 24 hours before on our own. Haven't we been able to bring in a driver to back us up, or were we driving 24 hours on our own?
Well, we just pressed pause and went to work and carried on when we come back, didn't we?
Yeah, or the Rubber Bandit on Daytona. That was...
And I never played Spec B. Was there an option to save your progress and come back to it?
In Spec B, we just had drivers that we could race.
Yeah, Spec B would just do it all for you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if they don't introduce Spec B, I'd imagine there's going to be some sort of save function.
Well, you'd hope so. I don't see it on the controls on the screenshots they've given us, but...
Have to be something like that.
Yeah. 5 laps of the Nürburgring, that screenshot kind of is. That's what...
That's for practice, is it?
I guess that
Well,
is.
race is 5 laps.
The race is 5 laps, yeah.
And is that a fast forward button next to go to track?
Yeah, I guess you can speed up the practice time, I guess. If you're not on track, you can make them go quicker. And there's a go to end button as well.
Yeah, that's like a play pause button. I wonder if that has any bearing on the actual race itself as well. Weird.
Don't know. Questions, then they're good ones, because I think one of the other YouTubers did a hidden secrets and Easter eggs in the new updates, and I haven't watched it, I must admit, but there is things in here we just don't know the answers to, which is going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, I suppose speculation.
And then the last screenshot-ish that we're potentially talking about, let me see if I can see it. It's going to be called... yeah, there's the crickets. Race weekends, endurance races, it's level 70 is the screen I want to look at. Let's bring that up to the top. This is the one we talked about, or I asked Mikey about what the highest level is going to be. And it's probably going to take about 18 seconds for you guys to see it. As I say that... What the hell? JB. JB's paid for the update, so he gets all the sounds. Just ignore him. I remember in some Gran Turismos it was a 24-hour race, but you can pause it and continue later, says Dodo. As long as you don't exit. Yeah, that's what JB was talking about. You can just...
At least JB's not doing what he was doing before the stream.
I don't want to even guess. What was that?
Hello everyone.
Oh, that one.
So today
Yes,
we are
yes,
going
that
to
one.
work on-
So on the screen now is a screenshot from the power pack and the level settings. This is the one where Mikey was talking about the level 70 indicator in the top right hand corner of that image. You should be able to see that. It's a pink 70 with a circle around it. Is that visible to you guys?
No,
Yeah.
I can see it on the screen. So
Yeah. And then you can see there the person's played through the levels. They've achieved 5th, 4th, 2nd, 4th, 5th. They've completed 8 out of the 50 races. And there's 16 gifts there. Gift cards, I'm guessing that is. So...
And I haven't got any.
And they haven't got any. Now, there's the thing, right? If there's no new cars, what gift cards are they going to give us? Because you already own them, chaps. You already own them.
It'd be the usual stuff, wouldn't it? 5k, 10k.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
titanium exhaust.
So if we look there to the top right-hand corner, there looks to be a gift car with a gift prize over the top of it. There, it looks like the.
S14.
I was going to say it looks like a S14. That's what I was going to say. But is a gift over the top of there, so I don't know whether that means anything. They've definitely won a race in the AMG. They've
Might
won
be a skin.
Yeah, it looks like they've won a race in a Subaru. And what's the car they're driving at the top? NSX Type Art 92, the one that you couldn't buy when it was the time trial. That's our no assist Saturday car. No, it's not.
O2.
We're in the O2,
No, it's
aren't we?
the O2.
We're in the O2. That's the time trial car. Yes. But there you go. That is the screenshot. Is there anything more to see on there, chaps? Anything more you want to talk about?
I think so.
How have they got to the Merc one when the one before it's locked?
That's interesting. Unless that doesn't mean they've won it, because it'd say first. Maybe they haven't done that one yet. Maybe.
Maybe.
Then how have they got to the next one where they've come fourth in the mini? I don't know. So many questions.
No
Maybe they're
answers.
just an independent series.
In the Honda Civic 1 make Tokyo Expressway central clockwise, they've come second and they've got 15 out of 16 stars. Top left-hand corner, they've got a total of 74 stars. No idea what all that means. But they were playing late at night. It was 11:45. Where that was. Points to next collector level, 0.
Doesn't look like it was in Japan because they've only got 30 million credits.
Unless they're pretty tight, maybe. Don't know.
The 0 to collector level, just that confirms that level 70 is the highest we go.
Because it says that once you achieve the max, don't you? It's been saying that on level 50 for donkeys.
I know they've only done 24.4 miles in daily workout.
They haven't got a ticket yet. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So, as I'm just making the wrong picture smaller.
That's all we're getting.
Well,
we're not getting no cars that we wanted.
What cars did you want?
What cars did I want? What cars did I want? Right. How old are all our GT3 cars?
We're getting one of them. We're getting a Ferrari.
Yeah, so that's answered that.
It's a very good point, though.
Moving on. They throw us a decent car and they'll give us a Sierra Cosworth. Right.
Yeah.
Or Escort Cosworth. Volvo State. What do we want to do with them cars? We want to pair them up and do a British Touring Car Championship. Or we want to go and do a DTM thing, or
you can't, no.
something else, and you can't because they give you the odd 1 or 2 cars, and you ain't got the rest of them from that era that go with it and make an event.
Yep, and they're not balanced, are they? They're not matched. Even with BOP, the Mercedes is so much quicker than the Sierra, and there's no Audi TT. If you want to take an Audi TT to it, you can make one that looks similar. But it's a 4-wheel drive car, and it's, again, underpowered.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
To be fair, we could probably get a league going with 4x4 SUV hybrids.
Yeah.
Plenty of them in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, we could. Who wants to? I know
I'd rather in my hands and clap.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I'd rather shit in my hands and clap.
I do think the lack of imagination is hurting.
And I think that, I think they might be limited by their availability to be able to get hold of a manufacturer or a number of manufacturers and get them all to release cars that they want to put as a pack. And I think that would be a better DLC than 50 levels, is to give us a pack of cars that we could go and race together as a platform. That would be really nice.
Well, we've got Opel back. Give us the Astra Touring car.
Give us the Manta rally car. What about the what was the
they're bringing the FTO back. Give us the FTO touring car. That was mint. Gran Turismo 5.
Yeah.
Was it?
Something like that. What about the what was the Opel car with the V8 in?
The Monaro.
Which was the Australian version. What was that in the UK? The one that became the touring car.
VX8.
Well, it started off the Monaro and then they changed it to the VXR8, didn't they?
Yes, that's the one I mean that became the touring car. So if you give us that, at least that could actually fit into the touring car bracket. But you know,
you got the old Calibra touring car.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then you could match that up against the other touring cars of the time. Sierra. We had the Vectra touring car. We had. What was the the Honda?
Ford.
There was Ford. There was a Honda decent one, wasn't there? That won a couple of championships. Championships. The FTO. The FTO Black Edition, says Shaheen. Black with green, the good old days. Lee says, I predict more new style GT3s coming. I think now with all this competition in the console racing genre, they will have to bring them to the game. I kind of agree with that. I think the comment somebody made earlier, 100%, is there's pressure from other games now, and they have to bring something to keep people playing it.
There's big pressure.
I don't think they're going to do that. I think they may keep all the modern stuff for the next iteration of Gran Turismo.
You think it's GT6?
They're going to be left
No,
behind for a while,
sorry,
though, aren't they?
PS6 GT8. Sorry,
GT8.
GT8, yeah. PS6
I just think
GT8.
I know they're bringing the Ferrari in, but I think it's too little too late, and I just don't think they're going to do that.
If they're going to do an update every month for the next 2 years before we get GT8, I think we've got plenty of times to get a decent format together. Nando's just said the Accord and the Peugeot 405 touring cars.
Again, it comes down to the imagination of PD, whether they want to do that or not. It just looks like they are washing their hands of it.
Or do you think they're more Japanese market orientated?
Well, they always have been, haven't they?
Yeah. But they've got a decent amount of American cars. Big Popper loves some of these.
Yeah.
Big Popper's just woke up when I mentioned his name.
I think they need to add a 1981 Oldsmobile Toronado. That was my first car, and I would spend hours driving that if it was in the game.
Did it have flames?
No, it didn't.
Could it
But
have?
I called it the Love Boat.
Oh my word!
Sweet.
The people come knocking on your window and say, "Have you got air ride on this?" And you wipe the condensation off and go, "No, mate."
There was a couple of times that the window got knocked on. Yeah.
Okay. As we draw to the end of this little segment, I suppose I've got a couple of questions. With what we know's coming, do we think it's worth it? And we don't know what the price is, but do we think it's going to keep the game going?
It won't be worth it to PS4 owners.
It's not for PS4, is it? I think that's another big thing. PS5 only. Because, and I think Lee mentioned it, it's Sophie. It's a Sophie 3.0, which doesn't work on PS4.
Yeah, it's the whole DLC, isn't it? That's not available on PS4. So
Yeah.
they're gonna feel shortchanged.
Yeah.
Well, the PlayStation 4's an old machine now, so things get outdated, mate, don't they? So
yeah,
you can't progress in the gaming world without upping the technology.
What's it, 11 years?
It's as simple
11
as
years
that.
ago.
So if people want
for the PS4.
if people want to play on PlayStation 4s and moan they can't get this, that, and the other, play on their console, then stick to your Sonic the Hedgehog, mate.
But whilst that sounds a little bit harsh, I genuinely think that's got to be right for where we are today. Appreciate some people don't have the money, but we are 5 years into the PS5. And if
I think it'd be one thing if it was like it was at the start of the PS5's life cycle when you couldn't get hold of one, but now they're readily available.
There they are. They are definitely. Although I've never seen a PS5 Pro for sale yet. I've never seen one. Not in person.
I do think there's a little bit of a disconnect in regards to selling a game that works on PS4 and not fulfilling the whole entire game on that console.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think somebody's just said, Lee's just said it. I think the PS4 has held back development, and it probably isn't going to anymore. They're not going to allow the PS4 to restrict what we've got. I genuinely think the PS4 is going to start to get left behind now. And if you're on PS4, I can tell you the load times on PS5 leave the PS4 behind. You'll instantly benefit from a massive upgrade if you're not on PS5.
It's also just having Sophie, and like going back to the point that Damo just made about how they released it for PS4, Sophie came out after. It wasn't something that was originally in the game, so they've developed it because everyone complained about the AI.
And now I 100% bought my PS5 for Sophie. When the first Sophie update came, I had to go and get the PS5 because I wanted a better AI and I wanted what the game offered. My biggest disappointment with the PS5 is they didn't fix the hay bales at Sabuka.
Yeah, I've no skin in the game when it comes to PS4. I'm merely playing devil's advocate as opposed to
I get
people who do have a PS4.
I get it. It is time to move on.
Mhm.
The only other two questions: any car in here worth real money from a driver's point of view? And that doesn't mean real money. Of the cars we've talked about, do you think there's any in there that worth driving? And this is going to lead to the next sort of conversation about what we have for leagues. Which ones are you looking forward to?
Definitely the Espas F1.
I think a newer GT3 is going to be exciting enough for a lot of people.
And will that be the meta now, do you think? Or will they dumb it down? I think that's got to be the video, isn't it? Is this better? Is this a better Ferrari than the original, the old one? We've got to have that comparison.
I mean, the Espas is definitely going
It's got
to be
the
a handful.
nostalgia vote.
It's going to be a handful, that's for sure. But it's going to be fun to drive. And the Mines is an iconic car from Gran Turismo. I mean, come on, I bet all of us here have played Gran Turismo from the first one to where we are now.
I skipped a couple of generations, I must admit. I played the first one to death. I didn't have 2 and I didn't have 3.
So I didn't go on 4 and I didn't go on Concept, but all the others I've had.
I've got
all
every disc,
gone on.
yeah.
The FTO, the Skyline, and the S-Pass are iconic, aren't they? In GT.
I mean,
I've never seen the Espas before.
the last time it was in Gran Turismo was in 2.
GT2, yeah.
I'm going to try and bring Big Popper in here. Did you have a PS4, Big Popper? Did you play sport?
Yeah, that's what I started on.
You started on sport?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. Like, you weren't a PS1 owner and played the original with the chunky graphics, and you weren't like me that went back to the PS1 and thought, I would so love to play this, put it on the screen and thought, what the hell is that? I don't remember that.
I bought a PS3 because I wanted to buy a Blu-ray player. And I thought rather than just buy the Blu-ray player, I would get the PS3 and be able to have some entertainment with it.
So did you game on the PS3?
Not much.
No.
You know, back then I just played, football and stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Papa wasn't old
Madden.
enough for the PlayStation 1, mate. When he shaves that beard off, he looks like 23.
He's older than all of us. He's the oldest here.
Yeah, you guys don't want to see me without this beard.
He won't shave it off for me at Christmas, will he?
Definitely not.
Negative Ghost Rider.
Negative.
He might let you stroke it.
So Shaheen played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. I know I've got 3 copies of PS5 of GT5. I've got 3 copies of that. The various
I've
different
actually got
covers.
sat next to me the signature edition of Gran Turismo 5 in the metal box that's shaped like a car bonnet.
That's exactly what I've got.
With key ring and wallet and blah blah blah.
Yeah. I've not got the bits and pieces. I've just got the box. Everything else is gone.
I still keep thinking about going and getting a second-hand PS3 just to get 5 and 6 again.
Yeah. Now, put some little Xmas baubles on his beard, Jim, says Tia. I'll have to bring some with me, Big Popper. That'll be your Christmas present. We'll have to weave them in and take a photo for Tia.
You get some of them little like Christmas lights and everything that run off 2 AA batteries.
Stick it behind his back of his hat. Yeah, we could do that.
Get some hair dye in diet green as well, so it looks like a Christmas tree.
Big Papa, just remember what Jim said there. He wants to put his balls on your beard.
Oh dear.
This is live, you know.
JB's not going to be able to talk for the next hour.
Tish. Right, I think that's perfect time to move on. GT3 then, it's going to Spec 3 is going to be good for the game. It's going to bring us 8 new cars, 2 new tracks, one of which we haven't heard a lot of, but I'm really looking forward to Gilles Villeneuve. the one thing I didn't get to say about Yas Marina, and we didn't talk about the new tracks that much. I don't know how many track variations, but there are 5 track variations with Yas Marina in the real world. Let's see what they bring to the game. They could be good. I'm not too bothered about the wipe. I'm not teabagging anybody, Lee. We don't know what the price is going to be for the DLC. And also, we don't actually know that much about the DLC we know it's coming, but it is what it is, and let's hope that's a surprise. Okay. Anything from the audience with anything to say while these guys wrap up?
I'm afraid we're offering up sexual fantasies for all the wrong people.
Yeah, just
You speak
JB.
for yourself.
I was going to say she is too focused on Popper's beard, isn't she?
She's allowed. She's allowed. I don't know if she's got an adult influence around her at the moment, though. I think she might just be on her own and just in fantasy world, but there we go.
I wonder if Tia bags Gandhi.
No, 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 no. That needs its own round of applause, doesn't it? Right, it's time to move on. Now, as Big Popper gets centre stage, it is time to talk about the big event that's coming. We're going to have a break at Christmas, 3 weeks' time. The channel's going to go off for 2 weeks while I disappear overseas. We're going to come back. We're going to have a league, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And then there's this big thing here, which is, to me, it's a really important event. I've got to put effort into this one to get it organised and get it running. And I ask you guys out there to come and take part in it with us if you can. But I really want to take this opportunity to talk to Big Popper today, to share what it means really to Big Popper. And if he will just take 2 minutes with us to just let us know what it is, what he does, why he does it. Also, I'll then give you an indication of why we do what we're going to do for Make-A-Wish. So, Big Popper, if you want the floor.
Well, for the last 10 plus years, I've been a wish granting volunteer, which basically means a doctor or a parent sends in an application for their sick kiddo. And if they get approved for a wish, they send out teams of 2 wish granters to interview the wish kid. Sit down and talk to them about, their dreams, what their favorite things are, what their wishes are. You might have a kid say, I want to go to the moon. Well, we're not sending any wish kiddos to the moon, but maybe we can send them to NASA for a day, to meet an astronaut. And we try and do things that they truly are only dreaming of and wishing of. And then 9 years ago, I started fundraising. So before that, it was purely volunteer work and wish kids. But then I started participating in something called the Trailblaze Challenge, which is a 22-mile hike in one day. And for that, we fundraise. And so I've come up with different ways to fundraise, like the Wheels for Wishes car show that we have every summer here in the town that I live in. So you get to go in and spend some time with the kids, find out what they want, and then they, while they're going through treatments or getting shots or who knows what all they're dealing with, the pain, all of that, they get to think about that wish.
Yeah.
And it changes their life. It gives them something to focus on. It gives their family something to focus on. Then they experience their wish, whether it's whether they want to meet a celebrity or whether they want to go on a trip or whether they want their bedroom overhauled and redone, or they want a swing set or a pool. They get to enjoy the process of the wish, and they carry that through the rest of their treatments.
Yeah.
So when we do things like this 24-hour race, it's hard. you know, whether you're on a team or whether you're an individual doing it, you're putting forth great effort, so that we can raise some money, so that a kid that's sick and is going through a lot of pain, a big point with Make-A-Wish is it's life-threatening illnesses. It's not that every kid that we're trying to grant wishes for is going to pass away or whatever, but they could, and so whatever amount of life they have, left, whether they live for a year or two, or whether they live to be 80, they carry the memories from the wishes that we grant with fundraising with them for the rest of their lives. And the families have, they got all the pictures and all of those things to help remember that good experience. And so while we're doing something extreme by racing for 24 hours, we're going to raise some money, and we're going to help.
Could you maybe give us a little indication of what kind of money you've raised over the last 10 years?
I hit 35,000 this last summer.
That's brilliant. And I think last year we managed to contribute like 3.5, 4K towards your totals. Did you count that in your total? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So absolutely, we're hoping to kind of match and beat that sort of value again this year if we can. I think the other thing I suppose that is just really critical amongst this is we're helping to fund those wishes. We're not helping to do anything else. We're trying to raise the money for Big Popper to add to his total to contribute to him. Big Popper supports this channel as our longest serving member. He's also a big influence in what we do here. And he likes to wave the banner for Team Widdowmaker. And just to wave Big Popper's flag, Big Popper doesn't just race online with us. Big Popper has his own car. He's an amateur racer. I think that's the best way to describe it. I think that's how you describe yourself. And you're also a current three-time champion. A current three-time champion. Which, JB, where's the applause? Where's the applause?
I'm just trying to absorb what Popper's hit on, mate, with the money that he's raised and everything.
35K.
You've got my utmost respect, mate, for the amount of time and effort you put into the cause that you're doing is just phenomenal, mate. Respect.
Here,
I mean, the cool thing is that sometimes all you have to do is ask. Now is a good time for me to mention that I have a real life motorsports supplier sponsor for the 24-hour race. Operation Speed Supply. They sponsor the autocross at Camaro Fest, and I'm friends with the owner. And I sent him a message the other day and just said, hey, we're doing this 24-hour race. I'll put your logo on the car. Do you think you could donate something? And he said, sure, we'll kick something in. All I did was ask. Yeah. I just put it out there. And sometimes people say yes. Sometimes they say no. But you just ask, and all of a sudden there's some money going in the kitty for wishes.
And I generally think that's probably a good time for JB to just offer something maybe along the way that we've not announced as yet.
Goes to.
Is this the transition?
Say again?
Are you transitioning, JB?
He's not transitioning, no. He has something something along that very lines that he probably wants to talk about. Maybe he's keeping it to himself, I don't know. JB?
Well, regarding the little item that I've got lined up.
Maybe you want to share that, maybe?
Yeah, well, obviously on the last one, I've threw a couple of skins in there, which
yep.
I don't actually think we did one, did we? No one got in touch.
Nobody got in touch, no. It was won by a gentleman in America, and he said put it back in the pot.
Yeah, so there'll be a custom JB skin. Well, also, I've got the Simnet pedals.
The audience doesn't know. The world doesn't know, no.
Well, I've got a set of Simnet pedals, which are predominantly for PC, but they work on a Thrustmaster and a Fanatec. And they have just launched a new handbrake, and I kindly donating one of those handbrakes for this cause for us to raffle off.
And that's fantastic, JB. That's a great
Yeah, that's
acquisition.
awesome, JB.
And I think it's probably time for me to say that I do have something more than just what I've got. Can I just throw in a little Fanatec update whilst we're talking about this? I wasn't expecting these today, but these arrived today.
Are they a bit heavy, Jim?
My God, do they weigh a ton? They've come up from the floor and it's a long way. So my pedals are back. So that means there is a set of Fanatec brake pedals that I'm going to... Yeah, it does. I'm going to throw in... They weigh an absolute ton. There's a set of Fanatec CSL brake pedals going as a prize. There is also a handful... I say handful. It's a bucket load of stuff from GT Amiga on the way. They've just released some new merch lines, and I've been speaking to the guys over there. I'll be using my credits that I've earned with GT Amiga over the last couple of years to get a whole lot of items from GT Amiga to offer up as prizes. And there's also going to be a set of Widdowmaker cooling fans, and there'll be some various bits and pieces from the Widdowmaker 3D printed range going up as prizes. And we're starting to amass quite a few things. We're going to run the same sort of system as we did last year for the 24 hours. We are going to run an hourly raffle. There will be 24 prizes. For every £5 that are donated, you will win a raffle ticket. You will get a raffle ticket. So through the event or before the event, very soon, Big Popper will give us the ability to have our own donation page for the 24 hours. We will be putting up a web link or a QR code in the top right hand corner. You can scan that QR code. It will take you to your own our own donation page, and you can make your donations there as we race, before we race. But Big Popper, you'd come up with another idea for sponsorship for yourself and your team.
Well, it's really an easy way to get donations for anybody. There's 24 hours in this race, so you go to your friends, family, your coworkers, acquaintances, whoever, and you say, do you want to sponsor me for 1 hour? And maybe they select, they're going to donate $10 and sponsor the first hour. And so during the race, Jim or any of the guys there at Widdowmaker home base can announce who's sponsoring someone's hour. And so if you just ask $10 an hour, and you find 24 people to sponsor 1 hour, that's $240. If 4 people do that, if there's 4 people on a team and all 4 of them find 24 people, that's $1,000.
Yeah. And all we need is 4 teams to do that, and we have 16 teams, haven't it? We've got 15 teams in it. If everybody was to try and do that, we'd get $4,000 ish. Plus the other donations that would match last year, which would be tremendous. So I've started that process for me today, just to let you know what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks with this event. I will have your driver packs and team packs finished and finalised by the end of next week. They will be going to the race organisers. They'll go as demo packs to Damo and to Big Popper as approver and seconder kind of thing. They will get to run their eyes over them. We'll add some media stuff to them. If you've seen the image on the screen there, I think that's a phenomenal image, Damo. And even though it's JB's skin work is absolutely awesome. But that is going to be the kind of featured sort of finish that we're going to have to this. And genuinely, folks, I'm going to hand over to Damo now, if he doesn't mind, to talk about the best way to get you to enter the race if you're thinking about entering.
I'll just ask a quick question before Damo goes for it.
Is it sexual?
It could be.
Great, fine.
Popper,
fire
are
away.
you going full Arnold Schwarzenegger on us and doing this solo again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jesus Christ, man.
So I know
Easy
up
peasy, lemon
there we've got in the chat we've got a couple of people who genuinely are interested in doing this. So Big Pop Gandhi is out there saying he's on the way to getting a team. We've got Ozzy out there on his way to getting teams together. Is there anybody out there that really wants to get a team together? If not, if you're not joined already, if you've not put your name forward. So Fat Man's, good evening, Fat Man. Fat Man's hopefully going to be into it. Damo, could you talk us potentially through how the guys would join up and get to be enrolled, please?
Sure. So for those not in the know, the Widowmaker leagues use Grid Finder as a kind of a points-based place for us all to go and look at, and for me and Jim to update when we need to. But this is where we have all our series and championships at the moment, and including the Daytona 24 hours. So if you navigate the Grid Finder, you'll have to sign up. Once you sign up, look for Widowmaker. And you navigate down to his Daytona 24-hour series, and it's a simple case of just pressing the apply button. That will be accepted once we see it. And then after you do that, you'll need to add Jim as a friend on your PSN network. And
yeah,
it really is that straightforward. There is a thread on Discord that details how to do it, and if there's not, I'll make sure there's one up there by tomorrow. I'm pretty sure there is, but that's basically it.
Just to shout out, Dodo is also soloing, so he's going to be doing the solo 24. Thank you very much for those people that do the solo. I cannot get my head around it. Widowmaker has a team. We have Damo and Lee. Lee as my co-drivers. They are going to be supporting the process. We're going to drive it equally this year. There will be 8 hours per racer, and we will share that out. Damo's flying in from Ireland, and we've got to make sure he gets sleep because he's got to drive his hire car, and Lee's also got to drive back down south, so we've got to make sure they're sleeping overnight, and I'll be doing the night stint, and I'll also be doing the chat. So I'm going to go live streaming for approximately 30 hours, no stop live stream. So I will also be putting out for sponsors, but for 30 hours, not 24. So I will hopefully be able to announce hourly sponsors for mine, and I'll get that up and out there somewhere. And please, folks, when it comes to it, the sponsorship is going to be for local, for my area. You guys, if you want to support this event, please use the link top right and corner. It doesn't have to be massive money. Don't think you're being forced into do it. Generally, it can be a couple of quid, whatever you can afford. It can be whatever. My channel is going to give whatever it earns to the Make-A-Wish event for that month. If I receive anything in memberships, and here's the other thing, please, folks, if you're going to make a donation through my Cash app thing, where you click and you donate me funds, please do not do that in the month of January. If you're going to do it, click the Make-A-Wish and donate there. At the minute, YouTube take 50% of everything donated from memberships or whatever. For January, let's put everything we can into the Make-A-Wish pot. And I'm not saying miss your memberships. If you want to miss your membership for January, I love you to bits, not a problem. Put the donation into the Make-A-Wish tip. Okay, so put it in that jar and it will go to the right place. Everything my channel makes, from sales of whatever I've got for sale, anything it makes, it will go in that pot. Okay, so we're going to try and make this the biggest one yet, hopefully, and we'll see where it goes. But I know there's also people out there who, like JB's got a team.
I have, yeah. I've got a team of 2, and my teammate literally went on Gran Turismo last Saturday for the first time.
Yeah, and he's a ringer. He's a ringer. We can see that. I've watched the video.
Yep. Yeah.
And I know, Mikey, you're also out there. You're not going to be racing, but you're going to be supporting us, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll be supporting, but I just can't commit to 24 hours, and there's no one anywhere near where I am, so.
No, and we fully appreciate that, and we know what you're going to be there. But I know you're also going to come on at stupid o'clock in the morning and say, "Come on, Widow, come on, JB." You're going to do that thing as well. So, and we'd appreciate that from everybody else if they can. Just wake up in the middle of the night and come and say hi, and it'll be tremendous. Because there's the other key thing: this race doesn't start at midday. This race starts at 5-something PM in the UK because it's midday for Big Popper. I think it's actually going to be like 12:15 or 1:15 start for you because they have a fluid start time. So you're going to get lunchtime to lunchtime. We're going to get 5 p.m. till 5 p.m., which is going to be hell.
Jim's going to be trying to eat his tea at the start of the race.
Yeah. Yeah. And for those people coming to the Widdowmaker mansion, it's not a mansion, Widdowmaker Towers, the wife is cooking. You do not have to do anything for the weekend. You've got everything you need when you get here. It is,
and it's good food as well. I can vouch for that.
it's fully catered. There will be everything you need. So don't, as you're recruited to the team Widdowmaker, you will be completely satisfied in every sense by the time you go home. Yeah. Yeah. JB's coming along to do the other bit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. JB's coming to do that. He will have handshakes and everything.
Apparently, I didn't even get invited this year because apparently I'm not quick enough. Jim's just got all the quickest drivers out of the league for his team.
Not true.
Yeah,
you looked at my rig.
Either.
You looked at my rig and said that I'm not driving that Fanatec piece of poo.
I'm not driving that piece of shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. And Big Papa, you have been invited every year, and
Twix.
I definitely want. I would contribute to your airfare to get you to come here.
That would be something else.
Wouldn't it just?
That would be my own personal make a wish.
Yeah.
Except for no Helen Mirren or Sandra Bullock.
They're the wrong side of the pond, mate. Maybe there'd be somebody over this way we could get you to be interested in.
If Papa come over, I'd definitely come up and visit.
Absolutely. We'd come and visit you, because Papa wouldn't come for 3 days, would he? He'd come for a couple of weeks. We'd make sure of that.
Yeah, of course he would, yeah.
Yeah, we'd make sure of that. But happy days. Right, there it is, folks. Make a wish. It is going to be the weekend of the 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th. There's the 4 days of the race. It is at Daytona in Florida. We will be doing it live on my YouTube channel. We will try and get as many people as we can to get involved. And I think we're going to be in the region of something like 7 teams at the minute, but we've got room for 15. The video coverage will be with 1 extra PlayStation connected to my rig, and we will get race format. It will be streamed for the full 30 hours. That will be 4 to 5 hours before the race and an hour after the race. So we'll get the warm-up done. The 2 guys that are coming to race with me, they need time to get the rig set up for them as well. We'll need to make it hot swappable because I believe Damo's quite short, being a leprechaun.
Yeah, I'm only 3'2".
Yeah, with big feet like Tia. And Lee's quite tall with a bad back, so we're going to have to work something out with my rigid seat. This seat's a resin seat, so it might not suit everybody. So I've got another GT Amiga seat that we might swap in to make it a bit more comfortable. But it is what it is, and it'll take a few hours to get sorted. So we'll start the stream as early as we can, and the idea is just to really just have a little bit of fun, get a good race going. The big difference between this time and last year is this lap is 1 minute and 30 seconds instead of 6 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it was. And we're going to have a mix of GR3s and GR1s. I believe a lot of the solos, I'll say that with a caveat. Lee's only 5'10". Oh shit. Okay. If Lee's a midget as well, we've got that to deal with. So
well, I was just thinking you're going to start the stream on that day, and the stream will start, and you'll still be swearing at your rig.
Probably will, you know. Now, the bit you don't know is this seat is only attached with 3 bolts because it's not a GT Amiga seat. Don't say that out loud. So the fitting don't quite fit. But I'll probably need an engineer like JB to cut it in half, weld it back together. Did I call him an engineer? Technician. A technician like JB to weld it, cut it in half, weld it back together and put slots in it maybe. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I'll give it. My pedals are a nightmare.
Yeah.
That sliding plate from GT Amiga.
So,
Do you want to hear some useless specs before we move on?
Yeah, go on.
So, roughly, the race is going to be 285 laps.
Is it?
And that roughly equates to 2,830 mile, roughly.
2,830. Okay. That's nearly what we did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did 400 laps last time.
We did, but the 400 laps.
Yeah, because that was my goal.
Oh wow!
Once Batman dropped out, what was he? He dropped out about 14 hours in or something.
He did, yes,
Right.
yes.
I'll just say as well, that's calculated as an average GT3 car, not a GR1.
Oh, right on, right on.
Holy shit! Did you know? Talking of useless stats, did you know Dodo is 6'4"?
No, my mate's 6'4".
He's 195 centimeters tall. Christ alive, Dodo. Wilkie's 6'3". I'm 6'2", so I'm the midget amongst you two. Christ. What were you?
24-hour race is the 24th of January.
So the race start is on the 24th of January. Yes. Well
Can
reminded.
you put a link to the event in the description
Description of.
on the YouTube? On the
Yes, I
live
can.
stream?
Yes, I
Save
can.
as the video.
Yes, I can. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You're not just a short ass. You got big feet, Tia.
Big hairy feet.
I'm 6'12".
6 foot.
6 foot.
Dodo's not short at 6'4.8". What the hell? 195. I'm 187 and a half. Same as Mikey. Mikey's 6'2".
Is that high or round?
Round, fat. Did you have any more stats to bring to us, JB?
No, that was just it, mate. That was calculated on a GR3 car.
No problem. So here's the thing, right? The race at Daytona is fluid. The race start is never confirmed by the officials there. They have a race calendar that goes on for the whole weekend, and it's fluid due to potential accidents, potential delays in the process. They start the cars on the track at roughly 5 p.m. But then there's the out lap. They do a couple of warm-up laps to get people into it, and then they wave the white flag, then they go green. So that is normally around about 1/4 the hour. So we will be trying to go live with those. So I'll keep an eye on the live stream, and we'll drop the flag from a rolling start, and it will be a rolling start this time because of the format, and we will go rolling start at approximately 5:15. We'll roll into the night. Big Popper. We will be running it on daylight hours as per US, so it will be a midday start in the UK. So you will have the time sequence matching your daylight. So you will be the potentially, I don't know about Pig. I don't know if we're going to be able to get Pig from the US to join again, but if it is, you'll be the only US racer who have the time working to them. So we'll be racing in the day when it's night time here, etc.
Yeah, but I keep all the blinds closed, so I can't see the sun anyway.
Oh, okay, right. So we'll just run it to UK time then. Okay, no, doesn't matter. Because what we know with Daytona, it's a full 24-hour cycle, so we will get the night time. You'll get the Ferris wheel. You'll get the sparks going around the corner. It's going to be tremendous. It's going to be a great event.
And the fireworks as well.
And the fireworks at the end, hopefully, maybe through the night as well. Don't know, but it will be tremendous. It'll be a full 24 hours. Popper is going solo, yes, Tia. Not sure what you're talking about with foot-long Wilkie. That's a bit rude. I know.
He obviously wants a Subway.
He's the Subway he's after, yeah.
Yeah.
No, just look a bit higher up in the chat, Jim.
No. Okay. I'll leave that there. Yeah, Fat Man says you're a legend for doing the 24. Fat Man, I sincerely hope if you're going to give it a go again, you can make it all the way this time. That would be tremendous. Okay.
I think him and Azza should do it together.
I think Azza does.
That's one of the things about doing it solo is there's another level of camaraderie with the guys that are doing it solo.
Yeah.
When Fat Man had to pull out of the race.
Excuse the phrase.
It was I don't know, for lack of a better word, it was emotional for me.
It was.
Because he put in 14 hours and worked hard.
Got cramp.
And and so when he had to stop racing, I put in the chat that I was going to finish up, for him.
Yeah.
That gave me another target. And so when I finished up, I hit my 400 miles, and then you know, you pulled the grand prize ticket, which was the Blair family, and my buddy Jamie had passed away.
Yep.
The May before the race, or the March before the race, rather. And then you pulled, you know, his widow's ticket, and it was just, I was a mess. I had planned on, you know, talking after the race and all that, and I was just a blubbering mess.
I had that same issue too. I'd never seen the Make-A-Wish videos. I'd prepped them all, and I planned to play them every 2 hours. And I missed a couple because I was doing that long night stint, and I ended up playing one every like 20 minutes. And as I watched them, I had to walk away from the screen. I was really quite choked up, but not in the same way you were. It was too much.
Yeah, I mean,
too much.
You know, you should get something from the videos, and the folks in the chat, you know, they should get something, but it doesn't have to be a sad emotional feeling. You know, it should be a positive emotional feeling because of the positive experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can be emotional, but I just hope that people don't focus on the sad part of a kiddo being sick and having to deal with treatments and that sort of thing. Because what we're doing is giving them a great positive experience. And so we should feel really good about that.
And that's effectively what we're trying to raise money for, is to try and support that process. Even though it's going to be a small drop in the pond kind of value, every single penny that we're going to raise is going to help with that process. And if it helps one kid, maybe two kids, maybe depending on the size of the wish, it's going to help. So before we go into this, just a massive thank you to Big Popper for being part of the process, for bringing it to us and giving us the opportunity to share in what you do. And I'm happy and proud to bring to the event for everybody to take part. So thank you very much.
Same.
And I thank you and everybody in the channel, whether you're a racer in the league or whether, you know, you're a chatter in the comment section. You know, all the support counts. You know, one way or another. Whether you donate $5, whether you donate $100, you know, whether you just, you know, cheer people on at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, every act, financial or otherwise, benefits the event. And, you know, all the effort that you guys are putting in to support the event, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you. And just for those racers who are taking part, Dodo's just posted, I'm hoping that my equipment or internet don't cut off. If we were lucky, we had 0 disconnects from an unintentional point of view last time, but we do have a plan to rescue anybody that does have a disconnect. We will start, if somebody gets disconnected, we will wave the yellow flag, we will pull everybody into the pits, we'll record the positions, and we will start again at the next quarter of an hour. We will not interrupt the race for too long. It will just be considered like a rolling yellow. We will pull into the pits. We'll restart the grid from where it is, be unorganised, and we'll just roll out again, and it will be what it is. We won't hold it against anybody. We know these things happen, and we've got a plan to prepare for that. So thank you very much, and we will deal with that. Right, we're going to move on, not to leave that behind.
That'd just be like if it gets red flagged in a real race for a crash or something.
Absolutely is. Absolutely. So we're going to move on the section, and we're going to talk about a weekly recap for the current leagues. We've got 3 on the go. We've got Single Make Tuesday, which was picked by Azza this time round. We've got Formula Friday, which is GR3 Americas, which is sort of a hybrid event that we sort of made up. And we've got No Assist Saturday. Oh, big announcement from Azza. I will do the 24 race with Fat Man if he's up for a teammate. Well done, Azza. That'd be great to have you.
Mate. Get in.
Absolutely. And we've also got that on record, so we'll hold that against you if it doesn't happen. We've also got... Fuck's sake. No, JB, where did you find that? So we'll also got No Assist Saturday, which is brought to us this time by Lee. Lee chose the No Assist Saturday and the No Assist Saturday car. And I've lost my mouse. Where's it gone? Here it is. It's coming back. So I'm just going to throw these on here for whatever it means. And I'm just going to transition. What was that? Bless you, JB. So just to roll off what we've got there, we've got the current league standings from the last round. And if we're just going to talk about the last rounds, if we're focusing on what was round 3 at Catalonia National, I think I've put the wrong event up there for Dragon Trail, but round 3 was the last weekend just gone. I say last weekend, the last Tuesday night. I had the last night. I had the most shit race I could ever imagine. Shitter than shit was race 1. I had 3 wheel disconnects in the space of 20 minutes. And I got wiped out by Fat Man. No fault of Fat Man's, but Fat Man decided to take a 90 left off the start line and wiped me out. And then the wheel disconnected three times. And Big Popper's already had a word with me today about my motivation and my attitude and my presence of mind whilst I'm racing. But it was rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. I then came up to the most difficult man to overtake at the end of the race in race 1 and just did not. My brain was gone. So I think the big
That's what happens when you spend that amount of money on a wheel like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have got a Logitech.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, you do. So I think the standout performance last night was Lee with an absolute wipe the floor of everybody. He total point took. He took the lot. He took 50. And I think there was also another standout driver, which was it's Tom Darkstar. He ran the opposite strategy to everybody else, but just missed out by 1 lap. He went 1 lap short. Oh, what was that? And it was a tremendous race, that second one. The 40-minute race was really, really good. I managed to chase down the leaders, and I managed to get through, and I lost out because I missed a braking point at the end to come second. But that championship picked by Az, for me, is one of the best cars we've had chosen. I really am enjoying that car, the Expo.
Not on hard tires, though.
I don't know. Again, I said this to Big Popper earlier. I put the effort into practicing the hard tyres on all those cars, and this is what frustrated me about race 1. I know I was 5 seconds behind Mikey with 7 minutes to go, and I caught him before the end of the first lap. In terms of there was 7 minutes to go. It was a minute 30 lap, but 5 minutes 50 I was behind him. And then he frustrated the life out of me with some defending, and I just could not get past him no matter what I did. I knew JB was 7 seconds ahead of him, and I knew I could have caught JB on hard tyres before the end of the race, even though JB would swear blind. I couldn't, but I know I could have because of...
If Mikey hadn't kept blocking me, mate, you wouldn't have got nowhere near me.
Yeah. And I know Mikey's taking this...
I think the fact that Mikey shared his PayPal account with JB is really the underlying story here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Mikey, whilst we talk about your blocking, I'm not dissing you. I think no. I was over angry last night with my wheel situation, and I think that led to my aggression and probably my demise at the end of the day. So,
Catalonia is not one of my strongest tracks, and like I said to you before we went on the stream, the issue I'm having with the nerve in my elbows just completely playing me up. So whether or not that impacted me as well,
maybe. But all I can say is that there was some really good performances in last night's racing, and there was one shit one in race 1. But I genuinely think that car is a good one. It is a good car. Damo had no cut-off. You didn't have a cut-off for your wheel last night, did you?
I did not.
But Dodo did. Dodo had the same problem as me in race 1. Race 2 was good. So
you seen what Lee's put?
No.
At least you didn't do a meet and practice on the GP set.
I didn't know that. Where's the whack oops? Where's the whack whack oops? You didn't practice the. No, you didn't. Oh, tremendous. Anyway,
He still probably ran a faster time than
He did.
anybody running the short course.
he did. He did. He took a full sweep of the points. So let's just moving on. Weekly recap. I've put Dragon Trail up there for the no assist Saturday. It wasn't that weekend, but if we just do a quick review of the no assist Saturday, picked by Lee, it is an absolute stonking car. JB, in terms of this compared to the BMW, where do you think it sits?
Totally different breed of car, aren't they?
Yeah.
NSX is mid-engined. I don't know if I'm sadistic, but I really like it on our tyres.
You're sadistic.
It's it can still surprise you though, can't it? It is not a drivable car in terms of it doesn't stick to the ground like. But the first season we had was the Radical. You could plant that and it'd go. Both the BMW, yeah, both this and the NSX are both likely to catch you out, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean the NSX can do, but I think if you learn how to drive it, you know what you can do with it. You can drift it in and out of corners.
Yeah.
And it's really controlled. It's well balanced. Yeah, it takes a bit of stopping. You get a little bit of understeer if you don't slow down enough. But it's a nice coast and roller and give some power and slide it on the way out. It's nice and controlled.
I was going to try and have a look if I have got the ability to try and just quickly look at what our next track is for that. If it's going to let me.
Tokyo South Clockwise. Oh no, it's Fuji. Sorry, Fuji short course.
Fuji short course for the NSX.
Yeah.
So that is just the one that doesn't have the chicane. So it's a horrible circuit, but it's a good car. So that's Saturday, isn't it? Okay. Well, so looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a great one. And again, I think that league is pretty close at this moment in time. I don't think there's much difference in the top.
Yeah, from second down to eight, it's close.
That's decent then, isn't it? And that's exactly what the points change did for the start of last season. Looking forward to Friday then, GR3 Fridays, which is a bit of a cobbled together sort of mix mash of what we've got. That is the right one posted, I believe. On this Friday, we're going to Laguna Seca. We have just done Road Atlanta. I'm just looking for where Lee was. Lee only scored 40 points. 1925 plus 2. I think that looks like 48. 19, 20, 46 points Lee scored only. So, yeah, there was other things there. Road Atlanta was a fairly decent run. I think there were some issues, weren't there? JB, you had a bit of a shit race.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But it is what it is. Big Popper. Oh, that's right. Big Popper had a decent race. Got 42 points. Damo got 42. Frosty got 44. I'm looking for me. I got 37, so 15 in race 1, 22 in race 2. So, I think the big thing with this season is I think there was a car to pick and there was a car not to pick. I think most of you have picked the right car. I've picked the wrong one, which is what it is. We're running drop rounds, aren't we, Damo?
Yes, we are in these season 15 leagues.
But I want to drop 3 rounds in this race.
No problem, sir.
The first one, the last one, and any one of the others would be nice to drop.
I can't believe that I picked that car 3 weeks before we'd even started, and then everyone went for it.
Which is still the wrong car, in my opinion. I think the right car is the GT18.
Yeah.
Sorry, JB, what car is it? The Viper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always picking the Viper.
I think a lot of people were.
Normally, I'll go for the underdog or pick something that no one else is driving.
I've just seen what Dodo said. Lee said he had his strat sorted and everything sorted for Spain. Dodo says, I asked Lee if my time was okay and he said it's too fast. And then he noticed he was on the wrong track. That's brilliant. Lee can't contest the qualification points on Fridays. He can't commit to every race. Okay. And I think there's only one person chosen the C7, and that's Nando, isn't it? So yeah.
And all
Only one, yeah.
he complained about it at
Road Atlanta.
Daytona, didn't he?
Daytona, yes, he did.
Daytona.
Yeah, I was pushing him round, and then he abandoned me right at the end, didn't you, Lee? I remember. I pushed you, and then you, after the pitch, just legged it, left me. There was teammate. Yeah, thanks. No wonder you didn't get on the...
When we were running Daytona, I came out of the pits, and I don't remember if it might have been Fat Man was like 3 or 4 seconds behind me going down the backstretch, and I waited for him.
And then he went
so
past
that I
you.
could draft, so that I could draft with him, and I think I picked up 3 or 4 places because of that.
Drafting with him.
I could have ran 3.5 seconds ahead of him, till the end of the race.
Yeah,
and I would have stayed right where I was.
Absolutely.
But when we linked up, slowing down like I did, helped my outcome.
Yeah. Yep. So that's going to draw to the conclusion the end of the weekly recap, but we do have one extra thing. Frosty suggested that we should have a positive clip section in the Discord, and Mikey has gone to the point of posting up. I know JB's done one as well, but I wanted to actually focus on a positive clip that's come to the channel, and I just need a couple of seconds to just make that clip a thing, because I can't host it off YouTube because it's being awkward. So that was Knight Rider. That was generally Knight Rider. And could somebody take the button off JB, please?
I'm just going to ring my GP.
Yeah, my
ears to get
ears
tested
need
tomorrow.
fixing. So I know that has just messed everything up, but that is on the wrong screen. So I'm just going to move that up here. And I'm going to cover the chat for a moment. And I need to just do a window capture. So if I bring this up on my screen and close the rest of these, Mikey, I'm going to drop this on you, and I know you weren't probably prepared for it, but I don't think that's genuinely your problem. I think it's mine, and if you want to tell me to sod off and you won't talk about it, that's absolutely fine.
No,
But-
it's just my battle with Damo and JB at Eigen Nordwand in it.
That's exactly right. So we've got a little 5-minute of video here that really is just about talking about the clip section. And if Mikey wants to embellish on what he was doing at this time and maybe have the opportunity to highlight some little things, that's what we'll do. But tell me when you actually see the screen, Mikey, and I'll click play and you can talk your way through it. Excellent.
I mean, it was just more, I put it up because it was good fun.
Yeah,
It was
and
fun start to the race, and
I think I think this highlights really what it is that what we're trying to do and what we're trying to bring to the channel. So I'll hand over to you, Mikey, as you want to talk us through what your thoughts and feelings were. And if Damo, you want to chip in about how you managed to conquer the moment.
I mean, it was more like I put it up because obviously everyone's saying about how hard it is to race side by side at Eiger, but then obviously me and Damo had a good half a lap where we were pretty much side by side the whole way.
It wasn't easy to keep the car away from hitting Mikey on my part. It took everything to kind of give him the space and to take the space Mikey was leaving.
There were a couple of times where we had a bit of side by side knocking, but nothing massive, was it?
No. Again, I think it was very respectful driving to each other.
And I think that part of this here is the fact that it's a circuit that's extremely difficult to overtake at. And if you look at the give and take as well that goes on here, Damo's got the penalty, but there's a little bit of side-by-side touching, but it's still good, clean racing. And who's that sliding in at the back? Oh, as always, in the back door.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah.
Just watching them battling it out, waiting.
You know it.
So Mikey's got the outside line here, which, whilst it seems disadvantageous, he will drop behind. He gets in the throttle early, and he gets the opportunity to push up the outside, and it's just a faster line. But then...
It was more we were chopping and changing who was on the inside of the corner.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, eventually, Damo had to get the pass, because that's kind of what happens, but...
Where he got it, it was literally either one of us backed out and let the other past, or it would have been a massive crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I felt you slightly went too wide, and I was able just to get the line out quicker.
I'm just watching JB now for the same opportunity as to whether JB's going to be able to open the door at one of these hairpins.
I think it was the next lap that he did. But then I managed to get the cut back.
There was numerous laps after this clip where I was chasing Mikey. Basically, I was changing lines on every lap.
Yeah.
Just trying to get the run. It's so hard to pass on a short circuit like that when all the cars are the same.
And
plus, I run no TC as well, so I tend to go out wider, a little bit longer, a bit harder on the brakes, turning, and then get on the power early when it's squared off. Else I end up spinning it up.
And I think
that corner that just come round there, I take a wide line round there, and
I think the point I wanted to make was, this isn't our usual style of race circuit. We kind of go for a more traditional racing venue with a wider track, more legitimate corners. These are a bit extreme, aren't they? And I think at the end of the day, this isn't conducive to really good, clean, fast racing. But
it's down here where the good moment between me and JB is.
Yeah, like I was trying to say, I think testament goes here to Az for the choice of car and the track, because the two work very well together, and it made for a great race.
The elevation changes in this track are excellent for this type of race.
Yeah.
It just worked flawlessly, I thought.
Here's the outside line again, working for Mikey. You can see just how much he was able to overhaul that, accelerating from the outside line.
And I'll go into this one wide.
Catching all the time. Is this an inside pass? Is it? Not
I
quite.
just tuck in behind him.
Yeah.
Well,
Damo
I've closed the gap up. It's like 0.2 of a second off his arse end.
And Damo all the time is just starting to stretch that lead out.
Every time JB got
Big Pop is silent in the background. Where were you when all this was going on, Big Pop? Working.
Yeah, that was Tuesday.
That was Tuesday, it was, wasn't it? That's why. Yes. And that was the end of that clip. But just for those people that aren't involved in the channel, aren't involved in those races, that's the kind of racing we're trying to encourage and we're trying to bring to the channel and give people the opportunity to take part in.
That was just me. You know, I care about you guys, and I want you all to get more points and feel better about yourselves.
Absolutely. I'm sure it is the way. So, the final section for today, and we were going to take a break halfway through, but it never really happened. So I apologise to those people if you're busting.
It's all right. I put my mic on mute and took you all to the toilet.
Did you?
Yeah, I did, mate, yeah.
Well, lucky fella. We are probably 30 minutes from the end of planned sort of stream. 35 minutes-ish. And we're moving into the last segment, which is kind of what it could be. I'm kind of happy with where we are, pace-wise, etc. The last section is talking about the stewarding penalty and virtual license system that we've just voted on in the Discord channel.
Do you mind if I just pop in one? We have a 4-hour race this Sunday.
We actually have, and I'll actually offer a little section after this, because I know we've skipped one section partially, which is the Triple Crown. So we'll talk about both those if we can after this,
Perfect.
because potentially the Triple Crown could be affected by whatever decision we make here. So
Yes.
just to bring something to the channel that we haven't really tried to do before, around about 8 weeks ago. Oh, 1 second. Question from Tia. What are you all doing in the 24 hours when you need to go to the toilet? Damo.
Basically pissing in a big Lucasade bowl.
Yeah, I think we've got a bucket, don't we, Jim?
I think so. I've got a hose pipe. Not sure if it'll suit everybody.
Yeah.
There's 3 of you there, so you
Yeah.
can hold it for each other.
I think this is more of a
Yes.
question for Big Popper, to be honest, as a solo.
I think that's
Well,
called
I
a
mean,
circle jerk, JB. Sorry for cutting it.
all, all I did was, if I didn't need a proper bathroom break, if I just needed a pit stop, I'd pull into the pits, select my tires, hop up, go, spend 60 seconds in the bathroom, and then come back and, stretch before getting back in the chair and getting back at it. So we had roughly 2.5 minutes to change tires and refuel. And over the course of that 24 hours, it was like every hour and 45 minutes, I got a 2.5 minute break. And I don't think that I took a proper break the whole time.
No.
I only used the 2.5 minutes in the pits to get up and run to the kitchen if I needed to or whatever.
Yeah.
And come back and sit down. And it's definitely different when you don't have the luxury of getting out and somebody climbing right back in. It's a little different when you're running it alone.
Cool. So I had the fortunate event. I had a teammate and I was able to swap around, but we also had a team racing downstairs last time. So they were popping in and out and doing all sorts of stuff. So we had plenty of time to go. I think Sam took over commentating for a little bit while I nipped off to the loo at one time. So I think there's plenty of opportunity. Right,
I
that's...
come up to visit when I want racing.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't be doing that this time because you've got your own team venue for you and your ring.
I honestly, I'm glad I did it. Getting through it was definitely something to, that I'm proud of. But from an entertainment value standpoint, it must have been amazing to be in your house with what you had five people driving?
Five guys. Yeah.
That must have been epic.
I didn't get to see much of their race, to be honest. I went downstairs to see JB driving. Another time I went down, Reb was driving, and Bish was having a crack. And I didn't really get to understand where they were. I didn't really get... I should take the time. I should have taken more time, actually, I think. But, Lee, we won't ask you to take over commentating. You're more than... Damo will be doing that for Tia. Not an issue. Not a problem at all.
It's no problem at all.
Question for Big Popper. Do you think the last time will help you with this time? Experience gained, knowledge? Or do you think it's just going to be the same hardship?
Well, I mean, I think the track's going to be better.
Yeah. More active.
We had the backstretch at Le Mans.
Yeah.
To stretch a hand out, whatever, aside of the two, little chicane things. But you kind of get a picture of, when you do the 4 hour race, you're like, all right, well, I only have to do that 5 more times.
Yeah.
What I recall was all of a sudden I was 12 hours in and I was like, the time's not going to do anything but get shorter from now on.
Yeah.
And it was doable, but having the stream on right next to me, as always, is helpful, just to break up the silence of being here. But it's a challenge, but it's definitely doable.
Yeah, you live, shit, and breathe Daytona anyway, don't you?
That's Big Papa's. That's Big Papa's track, isn't it?
And it just. Okay, gonna quickly move on because I know time is ticking. So virtual league proposal, and this could I don't think it will extend into the 24 hours, but it could. So what we're talking about is a stewarding penalty and virtual race license. About 8 weeks ago, I introduced what was called the stewards room into the Discord channel, and the idea is that if people had disputes or complaints about any race event, whether that was being knocked off the track, being punted, being turn wand, or whatever it might be, you could take a short video clip, put it in the stewards, ask for people's opinion, and people would comment. The comments weren't forthcoming. So I decided to create an AI situation where I could input the video and any discussion into the AI, and it would read the video, read the event, and compare it to current FIA regulations and spit out a conclusion, an understanding. And the idea was to make it a learning event. Well, around about 3 weeks ago, we had a couple of situations where people weren't entirely content with what went on in the race and potentially weren't content with the way that the AI was giving a learning event feature and have asked for penalties to be applied. And I said I would potentially cover this. I would train the AI to do it, and we could potentially look at a virtual race licensing system. That is now all developed. That is all within the AI. I've managed to give it scenarios. I've introduced the information from not just the FIA, but touring car and NASCAR driving license requirements. So it's all involved in the system. However, we've had a vote and the conclusion came through, and effectively 2 people voted to keep the current system, make it educational. There was 5 votes for adopt the current new license system, and there was 2 further votes for traditional penalties only and not to include a driving license system. As it stands, there were 9 votes out of a total field of probably 20 odd racers that race with us. So here's the thing. I believe we are in this group for an educational process, and the last thing I want to do is penalise people and turn them off racing because they're getting points for potentially things that they don't really need to be. I know Big Popper has a point of view, and I'd like to ask him to share his point of view, and I'd also like to ask anybody else if they have a point of view to offer it up. Personally, I voted keep the current system because I'm happy with it. I know I've done all the work to develop the new system, but I want to keep Widdowmaker Racing as a place to encourage and nurture good racing. So, can I hand over to anybody that's got a point of view?
I know the biggest thing for me, I appreciate the AI work that you've done, and I think it's beneficial to break things down impartially. The AI doesn't care.
That was part of my issue. I am a racer in the league, and I didn't want to be giving away points for potentially against me and me make the decisions.
Yeah, and on the point of taking away points, I also didn't want every incident to result in some extra negative impact. So the idea that we can submit something for education, and if I am just so angry that JB punted me last Saturday,
it did. I saw it.
Just drove me into the outside barrier. I could say I would like it.
You, mate.
I can say I would like it reviewed further for a disciplinary response. I don't have to do that every single time, but if I feel that the situation, frustrated me so much that I would like, an extra bit of warning or caution going forward, then I can say, yeah, I would like this elevated to the next level of review, but I don't have to do that. We can still focus on, the educational part, and just because I end up in the steward's room for an on-track incident doesn't mean that I'm going to get penalized. It can still be just a learning experience where we learn how we attacked a corner improperly, or how we attacked an exit improperly, so we can learn how to do it better as a group.
And I take that point on, and what Big Popper's offered there wasn't actually part of the vote. So I don't think the vote we've just had is invalid. I don't think it entirely reflects some of the opinion I've garnished over the last 7 days in having the process. I probably think I was a little bit presumptive making the poll in the way I did. So let's just hold that for a moment. Anybody else have an opinion on what we've got and what we potentially could have? Silence.
I mean, I'm thinking fairly similar to Popper, to keep it educational, because at the end of the day, we're all learning. Some of us more than others. So
I thought I learnt a lot last night, and I learnt a lot about self-control last night, which I didn't realise till today. So I 100% sit with you there. Agree totally.
If you want to keep it educational, drive the game like you would on real tarmac. Because you wouldn't pull off the shit that people pull if it was on a real track.
Exactly. And I think that's the one thing with sim racing that you don't have a fear of. If you're racing a car in real life, you have the fear of banging it, damaging it, the cost of repair, loss of life, injury. In sim racing, apart from the wheel bucking on you, you don't really have much thought of that, do you?
No, not at
Wow.
all.
Severe, Wilkie. Wilkie's talking about death row for punishments. That's an option. It is an option.
Is that in
And
Cornwall?
that's a
Death row's
that's a
not in
great point
Cornwall.
about driving it like you do in real life. You know, when I do a track day, you know, I'm out on the track for 4, 5, 6, 20-minute sessions, and I have to drive my car home. You know, now obviously, the cost of repairs, but more importantly, I don't want to injure anybody. So, I'm taking it a little gingerly when I'm around other cars.
Yep.
And that probably does impact how I drive the game, other than, occasionally running out of talent.
Can I just throw something in there? I think it should cost credits to repair the car,
Yeah.
both in the race and after the race. And if that
I'm
can be
sitting on
brought
80 million, so I'm sitting on 80 million, so I agree.
Yeah, but half your cars cost a lot of money to repair, so your 80 million might not last that long. But yeah.
Popper's going to start playing Gran Turismo like Wreckfest.
Because it's got 80 million. That's what we're trying not to bring. So, yeah. No, again, point accepted.
I mean, I've done like tracks on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, and it's nothing like Gran Turismo, is it? In reality.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
So just please just raise something. I try and drive as clean as possible. It's why I don't do sport mode anymore. Now, that's why this group was created. We, all of us, every single person that started from the original group, including a few people that are no longer with the group or who dip into the group occasionally, the main reason was because online racing was such a sin bin. It was a shit pit. It was a horrible place to race, and I still think it is in the main, where there's no points, there's no penalty for wrecking. You can punt somebody off, and there's no comeback. There's nothing. You get points for if you're the one that's hit off the track. So the main reason we're doing this now, I noticed Damo, and I'm not picking on you, but I am. You're quiet on this one.
I'm just waiting for my turn.
Well, I'm gonna ask you a question to lead you in.
Sure.
Is there something about the steward's room that's off-putting?
Oh.
Maybe you could relate to that.
I probably can, because I found myself in there a couple of times. And I suppose the forced feeling is it a personal attack? Why am I getting blamed for something that I didn't mean?
Yeah.
These are things that you do think of.
Yeah.
In the cold light of day, that's not what it is. And it is primarily a place for learning how to do better. But I mean, it does feel like that at times.
Yeah,
It's human nature for it to feel like that, I think.
if I can just
I think
encapsulate.
there's been a couple lately, haven't it, that have felt like that?
If I could just encapsulate that feeling, the whole idea of the stewards room, to make it like the stewards room at a real race event. Once you've completed a race, and I got the benefit of this when I visited Brands Hatch last year. I stood in the stewards room for about an hour during a race and afterwards with the NASCAR series that was held there. And we watched drivers get called up to the stewards room to discuss incidents. There was actually, unfortunately, an injured driver with one of the events. And with that, drivers were called to the stewards room about the incident. We weren't allowed to actually be involved in the conversation, but we saw and heard the impact of what the stewards room had on drivers. So in other words, they were actually marched up there by a steward, stood outside the door, and they waited their turn to come in to say their bit about the event. And I guess it's the same at the Formula One races. When an incident occurs, it's noted by the TV screens by the stewards, and they deal with it. They raise an official report. They note down what happened from the cameras. They look into the cameras and see what happened. If they've got in-car cameras, they review those to see what's happened. If they can see the intent of the driver, they actually look at the throttle input if there is available on the screen. They do look at that, and they genuinely do come out with what they understand is the incident. They then listen to the driver. They understand what's gone on. If they can speak to the driver that's been injured, they get his point of view. And they generally write a full formal breakdown of what's happened. The car went into the corner at this. One person came in at overspeed, clipped the inside of the car and sent it off. And what we generally do as a race organisation, a race group, is if we realise we've had an incident and we caused the incident, we try and give that place up on track to resolve that problem there and then. And 9 times out of 10, if you have an incident, you give up the position and concede to the person you affected, and 9 times out of 10, that incident is done and completed. It's been sorted because you've sorted it between yourselves. A fair situation has resulted. I know a fair situation can't be described as somebody getting knocked off the track, losing 4 places, and then being allowed 1 place back. I know that's not a fair resolution, but unfortunately, that's where the cookie crumbles. You've had an incident, and the best outcomes come. But when I was at Brands Hatch, I saw drivers being penalised for an incident, and I saw a driver get a 10-second penalty and another driver get a 5-second penalty after the race, and I saw them kick the door as they left the room. So I've seen that, and I didn't necessarily want to recreate that, but I wanted to introduce that, and I probably think it's probably too much for the group in terms of I don't think we need to go that far. And I definitely don't think we need to go to the point of having licenses and banning people after 5 races because they've got 12 points. I don't want to do that. And I know the group has voted for it, but I don't think 9 total votes out of the group is enough to make that opinion. Now, call it what you want. It's not a democracy. This is an autocracy, and I kind of run it with your say-so. But I think I would like to generally pick up what Big Papa has said. And said, it comes down to you guys as racers, what we want to do. So we will adopt a penalty system, maybe not the licensing process, because, again, I don't generally think we can manage that by series, by racers, by people. It's going to be really quite complex and complicated, and if we make a mess up, it's going to be difficult to keep it under control. I don't think I've got the process to actually manage it all, although I'm pretty sure we're pretty close. I generally like to say we will adopt the caveat that it comes down to you racers what you want to do. So if you have an incident, you want to take it to the steward's room, it gets inputted as, I would like to see what could happen in a penalty process. So I can make the AI switch over to saying, this is an educational outcome, these are the things, but if it was in terms of a penalty process, the following drivers would get these penalties, whether that be time added after the race, points removed, or a grid reduction in the next race. JB?
So I'm just saying to my daughter.
Oh, sorry, I thought you wanted a
I
little bit.
forgot muted my mic.
Oh, okay.
What would the penalty system involve? Would it be like time penalties on? Would you have like a week to put, because the preliminary results?
Yeah.
Would it be a week to put your thingy into the steward's office and get the outcome of that? And if you get a time penalty, then the time comes off the overall time of the race. And if you got 10-second penalty and you lose 2 places because of them 10 seconds, is that going to be the final outcome? Or
Potentially, what we'd have to do is we'd have to have an appeal process, and that's the second part. I have discussed that in the process. There needs to be an appeal process because somebody needs to be able to have their day in court and say, look, whilst I agree with the outcome or don't agree with the outcome, this was caused because of this and you haven't seen it. And the only reason I got the penalty was because of that, and that wasn't my fault. Something needs to be done, but there needs to be a finite 6 days. We can't allow a penalty to be overrun by the next race. So
I would say even less than that, Jim. I'd say 5 days, 3 days for the initial penalty and appeal, 2 days for an appeal and decision.
Yeah. So I felt I was scenario. I felt I was wronged in a race last night. I should have X amount of hours or days to put in my complaint about that race. We'll finalise that, whatever that's going to be. There's 24 hours to people review the videos and have an input. JB, you put one in today about an event that happened Saturday. I don't think you wanted it to be reviewed by the stewards or to have a penalty applied. I think you just wanted to review you could learn from.
yeah,
And I think that's the difference between...
Totally screwed up and annihilated Papa. I mean, to be fair, it deserved a penalty of some sort because it was outrageous.
No, I appreciate that, but what I'm trying to get to is today is Wednesday from Saturday.
Yeah.
Big Popper didn't raise it as an issue because Big Popper's quite cool about it. No, he fucked up. No, you fucked up. And the cookie is what it crumbles. It is where it is. We can resolve that. It's just the timescale. It takes a different character to say, look, I hold my hands up, I fucked up, and I need penalising for it. That's a different outcome. That's not covered by the rules at this moment in time. If we say it takes 3 days or 2 days to raise an issue with penalties, it falls outside that remit and we are where we are. So we need to do something a little bit in terms of having some rigidity, but we also have to take it that it's educational requirement and we're trying to be better drivers and we're not trying to kick each other for making mistakes. Because we did...
Normally I would have submitted that to the steward's room, not because I was really upset about it, but JB was on soft tires and I was on medium tires. So the rest of the group can see, look, that, soft tires make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Especially on the first lap. You're going to get through the corner easier, and you need to take that into account. When you're racing around other people that they might be on a worse compound than you are. And not that JB didn't do that, but there's a learning opportunity there that you need to be cognizant of the fact that you could be on a different compound and it could make a significant difference to how you go through a corner. I might have said a few choice words in my living room, when I went from beating Lee to not beating Lee, because I would have won that race. I know I would have. That of course is my opinion.
No, I'd agree with you. I think you could beat Lee any day of the week. Physically.
Hopper, you wouldn't believe how many times I said the F word on the chat when that happened.
Yeah, and so, even though, you moved over and let me by and apologized, to me in a message, a private message, that's all well and good, but that doesn't mean that there's still not a learning opportunity, for someone in the group that maybe hasn't thought a lot about the fact that someone that's driven in GT7 for so long can still make an oversight and not be concentrating on the fact that they could be on better tires.
And to be fair, that's most of the incidents on turn 1.
Yeah, we have a turn one problem, I think. Can I just give a shout out to Toby Ryder? Thank you very much for your membership. It's appreciated. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. And we'll say hello again in the future. Thank you, Toby. Yeah.
Hey, Toby.
And can I just say hello to Toby Lerone? I know he's out there tonight.
How many Toby Lerone bars can you eat?
I heard he's as ridged as a Mountie.
So don't go there. So, just picking up on what Big Papa said, just a key thing. I sometimes don't think we're all adult enough to know when we've made a mistake. And I also think on occasion that emotion takes over a lot of times. I know that from last night. I was in a rage state because my wheel was pissing about. And I 100% know from needing a reminder and a pointer from people that generally I'm a pretty calm-headed, level-headed driver, and last night was just boil over point. So maybe the right thing for me to do is to put that in the stewards and question my driving, not just the person I thought who had wronged me. So yeah,
I think there was a lot of frustration, Jim. I look back at that race today, and the wheel situation really got to you.
Oh yeah, it did. It did. It did.
And the penalties.
Oh,
I thought your head was going to explode when you got one of those penalties.
I don't know how I got that penalty.
And then there was just a general bad driving as well, you know.
What are you trying to say? However, right, conclusion of this small section, and again, I apologise, Mikey, for my foul language.
That's good.
The conclusion of this section, we are going to take on board the penalty system. It's going to be there. It's going to be implemented. I'm going to hold over the license system until another time. But to try and reassure people that this is going in the right direction. Tia said, by the way, she missed it. She fell asleep. You missed a stunner. We're going to hold over the penalty license system, but I'm going to make sure that education is the key, but we will have the penalty system for points, time penalties, and reductions in grid place for the next race if the racers feel it's warranted. So the first point that comes from is the person raising the issue, and it will be agreed that it's the right outcome to do. So I'll find out how that fits and how that will sit. It will start from the first race after the 24-hour race in the new seasons for 26. So we're going to test it in the
Crown?
the Triple Crown. It will be difficult in the Triple Crown because we are racing 6 events in 2 weeks. And with that, it brings us to the moment for the Triple Crown. And whilst I was sat here, I genuinely should have taken the opportunity to find the right picture. And I can't find it at this moment in time. But if Damo, you'd like to start talking about the Triple Crown and the other thing you were wanting to talk about, I will genuinely find what we want.
Some kind of selling for it, Damo.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get a second opinion anyway before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, moving swiftly on. This Sunday we have an endurance race. It's just let me bring this up. This is the first point of call. So round 5 of the endurance series, Road Atlanta, 4 hours. Group 1, Group 3, and it starts at around 5:30. So I think we have 17 drivers registered. We probably won't have that many driving on the day. It would be nice if we could get a fuller grid, because I think the last couple of grids have been quite small.
I think we had 4 people, didn't we?
I think we had 4 the last time. But yeah, we've 17 drivers registered. We still have slots available if anybody wants to hop in. Go to Grid Finder, sign up. If you're new to Jim's channel, add him on PSN and come along and have some fun with the rest of us.
The 4-hour race itself is a challenge. You definitely need a pee break halfway through. I think Lee managed to do one non-stop kind of non-P stop. But it is what it is. Go for it. Fill your boots.
I'm a bit younger, so I might manage to go 4 hours without a P stop, but
Watch it, Junior.
So that brings us on to the Triple Crown series.
Yeah, and I've just found it.
Yeah, Jim thought he was having 6 weeks off over Christmas and in January, but we decided not to let him have that time off, and we decided to run.
I planned it 18th of December, sorry, 13th of December to nearly the 23rd of January, not racing. Apart from 2 Sundays, a qualifying and a 4-hour race. I'd got myself a decent break. Now it's 4 days. Not disappointed. Don't care face. So talk about Triple Crown. Talk about it. Because we've got some decisions to make.
We do. At the moment, nothing is concrete. Well, apart from dates and tracks, I suppose. But the Triple Crown series is a series of 3 series. And at the moment, Series 1 consists of the Mitsubishi FTO. Season 2 is the Ferrari 296, the new Ferrari. And Season 3 is the Renault Espace F1. So the way we've worked it is, all 3 series will run every night of those 2 weeks, starting 6th. I think it's the 6th of January. 6th of January.
Correct.
3 races a night for 6 days. Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. And it's basically to determine Widdowmaker overall champion for 2025 heading into 2026.
That's what we're going to caveat. You mean you don't have to have raced in 2025 to be able to race in this event. It really is, in my idea, it's the IROC, it's the International Race of Champions kind of thing, and that's the format we're trying to follow-ish, loosely.
So the situation we find ourselves in is we're not entirely sure of the vehicles we're using, and tyres, I suppose, as well.
Yeah, because we don't have the cars yet. They're coming on the 4th of December.
Mm-hmm.
And we want the cars to be right. So...
Is the Saturday one still going to be no assist?
It could be.
Could we throw that in?
We could, if we want to make it a hybrid IROC Widdowmaker series.
So here's the thing, right? Lee can't race every race because he works. But I bet he couldn't win the championship with 4 perfect results. Because Lee had risked 2 races. And I reckon Nando, even though he can't race Saturdays because he's working, I reckon he could still race Tuesday and Friday and still come close to doing something. Challenge laid down.
Well, there is the individual series wins as well.
Yeah, because there are 4 championships here, isn't there?
Well, overall there will be 4. There will be the 3 on the track, and the one at the end is your points will be totaled from the 3 series. And
Who's mad enough to put a 3 on the track?
No, you can't take the piss out of his dialect, JB. That's wrong.
3.
That's
3.
wrong, JB. You can't do that.
33 in a third.
Turd. There's trees and turds everywhere.
So, I mean, we're open to suggestions for the cars to be used because we're not sure on what these vehicles are going to be like and, whatever, like what tyres to use.
I guess.
F1, we're going to need the racing tyres.
No, you're not allowed them.
Yeah.
It'd be comforts for the F1, Renault Espace F1. Comforts.
Well, the whole idea is to run it, lesser value tyres in a slower car for the first series. That will be on short tracks. Second series will be a slightly better car, slightly better tyres, slightly longer track, and the third series will go up a level again.
So Lee's in Tuesday and Saturday. To be fair, I was going to type it before it was if I still reckon you'd get 4 decent wins. You could possibly be up there to try and win the championship in 4 races, 4 days.
4 maximums is 200, so
Yeah, but don't forget, it's not just that. There's 3 seasons. There's 3 series each day, so there's 3 series to win.
Oh, this is true. Yeah. So if you miss a night, you're going to miss a race from each series.
Absolutely. So it's more of a challenge that way. All we're trying to do is trying to get a full servers to start the year off. And I think it'd be a great event. It's different for us. We don't normally do this. So, long the short, go on.
There is a thread open in Discord. I'm pretty sure I opened one last week or the week before. So I mean, everybody and anybody is free to throw their ideas across. Any suggestions they have, all welcome.
And I think that's a great place to end. It has just ticked midnight, 11 o'clock, midnight for those people in Europe. And genuinely, for those people in the US, it's probably what? 7? Maths? 6 o'clock, unless you're in Canada.
All the big announcements done, yeah?
No, I don't know. Have we? Have all the big announcements done?
I don't know, have they?
Did everybody know my big Fanatec announcement? I can't pick the damn things up.
Because you couldn't pick the wheel up, the pedals up.
They've arrived. They're back. They're here. Anyway, yeah, I'm happy about that. That's tomorrow's job. Fit them tomorrow. No Daisy tomorrow. Got to fit tyres, fit brakes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. That is what I would call
the stream. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again soon. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.
the end of episode 1. I think I'd like to say I'm really happy with how tonight went. I think these guys, if you can give these guys a round of applause for joining in something they have never done before. I don't think any one of these guys have tried to do something like this. And thank you very, very much for stumping up and doing it. Big Popper for being on screen for the whole 2.5 hours. And if the other lads would mind doing cameras next time, generally...
2.5 hours.
3.5, 2.5. Oh, he dipped off for a bit, didn't he? Yeah, you have as well with your bike. Yeah, exactly. But genuinely, I think this needs to happen again. Probably not in the short term, but it will happen again. I also want to offer this as a prize for one of the Make-A-Wish prizes, as the opportunity to come and join us on one of these. And I think I'd like to do these maybe monthly as a thing. It will give us the opportunity to talk about stuff, talk about new leagues, get offerings from people, bring other people in that want to, and give you guys...
do a review on Spec 3 and the Power Pack.
Yeah, there's a great one for episode 2. Let's see what Spec 3 brought to us, and potentially... I will be, in a month's time, I'll be in America. So, I don't know if we want to do this maybe Wednesday the 14th of December as a, you've had Spec 3 for 10 days. Are these the right cars to do the Triple Crown? Maybe.
I don't know, mate.
Or maybe do you want January?
Racing.
You'll be playing Project Motor. Well, there's another thing to talk about. Why can't we talk about Project Motor Racing next time as well? Because I know we're all going to be doing it, and maybe we'll want a league for Project Motor Racing on one of the days we don't want to run Gran Turismo.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
It's only 2 more weeks now for Spec 3 in the Power Pack.
Yeah. Gandhi, very much. Thank you very much for doing the TikTok for the 24 hours. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Play Gandhi.
So, yes. Thank you very much, Damo. Thank you, JB. Thank you, Big Popper. You're the man. Thank you, Mikey. Appreciate it. That is it. That's going to be it for the stream tonight, folks. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care.
All the best. Take care.
And there are a couple of other thank yous, which I'll talk about as we go through. There is more stuff done by Damo that I genuinely must put on the screen. And guys, you're no longer on the stream anymore. You can switch off. Thank you very much, Lee. Appreciated. Thank you for supporting the channel. And... ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. You've been hearing the music from the Widdowmaker channel, and I would just like to finish with one more. Oh, I clicked the wrong buttons, as I always do. That's the end of the music for now. Library. Anthem is where we're going.
Good night, everyone.
You're all allowed to say that. You are.
And Popper, if you want to drop me a message regarding skins and that for the Daytona event.
Yeah, sure thing. It's going to be a couple more weeks, but...
Yeah, I'd like to do a skin for you, mate. So any ideas, and we'll keep your colour scheme and everything. And
yeah, I'm still waffling on changing classes. I'm hoping to to get more of a finalized collection from the group.
Yeah, it's cool. We've got plenty of time yet, so.
Okay, folks.